Don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart that you're up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded. What I do is just like you know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
TEE-HEE TV darkness reigns. Brutal assets unchanged. Host unleashed, cruelty's plain. Welcome fools, embrace the pain.
Tee-hee. Hello, everyone, and welcome to TEE-HEE TV. I am Charles, and with me today is Damian and Stone Cold Killer. Say hello, guys.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Okay,
You know, every time I hear that, oh yeah, go ahead, Stone.
I'm just gonna go regular because he just stole the over the top. So I'm just gonna go regular. Hey, folks. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning out there in internet land and YouTube land. Good morning, folks. This is TEE TV, folks. We're here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's just go ahead.
Yeah, but no, it's just like what Damien said there is just like welcome to the world of tomorrow. It's just, that reminds me of like a freaking clip from. Are you familiar with Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
Yes.
Okay, there's a guy on there. I think his name is Mr. Popo, where he says, "Welcome to the world of infinite bullshit."
Now spread your cheeks and lift your sack.
No. Okay.
Mr.
All right.
Mr. Popo. For those of us who know, that's slang for the police. So I figured that would be a nice little throw in there.
Mr. Popo in Dragon Ball Z is that's definitely a bit of Japanese racism going on with that character.
Oh
boy.
yeah, absolutely. He is like super blackface. But anywho, let's see. Do you want to go with Alien Earth first, or do you want to go with Office Space first?
I don't know. I'm good either way.
I want to talk about Office Space first because I know last week I had said that I am not a fan of Mike Judge.
I think you said fuck Mike Judge. What a gay nerd. I hate that guy. He can rot in hell.
I did not say that. Yeah, I did not say that. I said that
What even is his legacy anyway? Like, who cares?
I was not a
He doesn't
fan of
deserve my
Idiocracy.
dirty Sanchez.
I was not a fan of Idiocracy. I thought the movie was overall dumb, but and I'm also not. It's just like I'm also not a fan of Beavis and Butthead. I'm not a fan of King of the Hill, and it's just having watched Office Space, knowing full well that Mike Judge is the director. I went into the movie expecting that I would not like it, so my expectations were pretty low. I was surprised.
I knew you would be. If I knew you already to be a weirdo about Mike Judge's content, I figured you'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I really liked Office Space. I mean,
it was everything.
It was a fun movie. I liked it a lot. There were some things about it that I wasn't expecting. Like, for example, I wasn't expecting Jennifer Aniston to be in the movie.
That's why it's everything. See, it's all the 90s shit that you want. I mean, think about it.
That would have been pretty much peak fame for her too, right? At that point, or close to.
Like, wasn't she still doing Friends at the time?
She's always
like another 4 years or so.
Yeah.
I mean, but you got Gary Cole in there. You got John C. McGinley in there. You got fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Diedrich Bader.
Oh, of course. I mean, of course, you got him. You got, I mean, like I said, and then at that point, I mean, you've got this damn, this thing was at the edge of everything. I mean, do you understand that I heard the old face for the first time? I heard the old face reference for the first time in this movie.
That fucking guy. He's gonna see my O face. You know, oh, you guys know what I'm saying. Get the fuck out of here.
Like I like
I think
that
that
is
might have been where it came from.
that's what I'm saying. That's the first. I mean, if for nothing else, that's the first place I heard that, and it was just everything, like just everything that like when you think about like when somebody just really just kind of sat back and just thought about what kind of movie could I make that would represent the soul crush that is working in a corporate office with the classic cubicles. I mean, starting the day. I mean, the fucking stop and go traffic, thinking that you could get over in the next lane and get going, and then it stops and the other lane's going, and it feels like
That was a nice touch. I like that. I thought that was funny. It's like, oh, I know what that's like. It's like
and then it's like the foreign guy regretting, you know what I'm saying, being pissed, regretting that he moved to America. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the white guy who loves hip hop but scared of black guys.
Yeah, that was so good. He's singing, he's rapping along, he's fucking blasting it, and then he sees the black like window washer guy start to walk past. He lowers the volume, locks his door.
Like, man, I'm trying to tell you, like this, it just had everything, just everything. The repeated critiques, everybody like like a hive. You didn't get the memo. You didn't get the memo on the cover sheet for the TPS reports. You didn't get the memo, and oh my god.
and they kept sending him memos and kept bringing it up, and I was like, okay, that's going to be a running joke throughout the movie.
And then and then that over, you know what I'm saying, that over hard slap hat on the back. I mean, my god, I hate those. God, do I hate those.
It's like, yeah, it's almost like someone who gives like a too firm a handshake, but it's worse because at least you're a willing participant in the handshake.
Good God, man. I hate somebody even walking up behind me, just like, you know what I'm saying, just thinking that they could just come up and, hey, how you doing? Like, oh my fucking God, what is wrong with you? Like, that it scares me. It's like, could you not do that?
It's like,
Could you not?
yeah, like say hello, look at me and say hello. What are you creeping around back there for?
It's not even that, but could you not touch me in that way? Could you not? I don't need that slap on the back shit. Like, could you not do that?
We're not that familiar.
Like, no one can be that familiar with me. I'm sorry. I will be difficult. I just don't need anybody giving me an aggressive slap on my back. I just don't need that. Oh my God. I'll start to question our friendship if you like doing shit like that. My God. That's one of the more annoying things I can think of when people do that shit. Oh my God. I already have personal space issues and somebody just coming up and just slapping you on your fucking back. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate that shit. It's just like I used to have a boss that would do that to me all the time, and I hated it every time.
So I mean, it was just. I mean, I don't know, man. This movie was just. In a way, it's kind of therapeutic when you're thinking on your life and you're thinking about like these things, and it's like, God, man, it just. It's weird. It kind of came at the right time. I didn't think I needed to see this movie when you brought it up, but it really came at the right time.
It did.
It's definitely it's a movie I appreciate a lot more now than when I first saw it. As a teenager, because now I've actually I've never worked in an office, but I have experienced that corporate fucking just shit. So now it's sort of like, okay.
And folks, for those of you seeing this,
the soul crushingness.
For those of you seeing this, it was perfect. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, see, I don't know if it's just the weird energy or synergy that we have that causes us to do this because in a way it feels like at first on its face, on paper, it felt like Office Space and Alien Earth. How would that even correlate, you know what I'm saying, in a show that we're doing, right? But then when you think about Wayland Utani and this fuck who's deep faked, you know what I'm saying, on Lumberg over here, it's like you realize like the soul crush happens even in the damn distant future. The soul crush is always there. That's why I was hoping if you could have, wouldn't have been a big deal, but if you could have put him in that bohemian shit that he was wearing, that new age shit that he was wearing, you know what I'm saying, that fucking silent retreat wear that he was wearing. I don't know what the fuck you call that TP shit.
I did try a couple times and it didn't turn out right. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just go with this one.
Yeah, it's cool. But I mean, what do you call that fucking TP vision room? Fucking like new age ayahuasca loving fucking or either them pajamas, but yeah, it's good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the soul, it just lets you know the soul crush even happens way in the fucking future. Even more so. And then guys do it gleefully, you know what I'm saying, smiling in your face. At least Lumberg tried to act like it was serious business when he was soul crushing you. You know what I'm saying? Not doing it as Peter Pan.
And you could also tell that he had his soul crushed at some point in his past as well. Like he'd sort of managed to break through that into a higher position, but he's definitely not not a gleeful guy.
Not the way he admired my Porsche.
Yeah.
God, who else is it? Who else Porsche? Jesus Christ, you're a douche. Douche. Like, who else would it be if you're driving it? Oh my God, just the thought of that. Just thought he put my Porsche on his Porsche.
Like you see some great like creative plates out there, and then you see shit like that, and you're like, really? You paid for that? You paid money for that?
I mean, yeah, I didn't really notice the license plate, but then again, I just saw the car itself, and I was like, yeah, that's probably the boss.
But no, but see, that's the thing, yeah, of course, but it's the license plate that shows you how fucking of a clueless chode he is, and then the way he just kind of he lingered and admired his Porsche before he walked in. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. I bet you that would be fucking boy Smackalier.
Just gets boy, like half-hard, just being like, I own that.
Yeah. Boy Sacalier. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
Peter Pan him very self.
Yeah, Peter Pan, all right. Peter, no. It's not the right time to do that now. It's not the right time to do that now.
It will be time.
In light of things and recent events and oh my God, Jesus Christ. But by the way, though, on some outside media stuff, I don't know if you guys know, but shout out to the amazing Lucas. If you guys don't know who that is, he's on YouTube. Has a pretty solid channel. Does a lot of political stuff, bit of racial stuff overall and things like that. And his recent, I've watched a couple of his things even before the Charlie Kirk incident, and but yeah, his recent shows on that I guess got him invited onto Piers Morgan.
That was a big jump.
Yeah, where he did a show. He was invited as a guest. He did it remotely. He was up there with Jillian Michaels, the biggest loser from The Biggest Loser. You know, and the most delusional rock hard abs on the planet.
Wait, why are they delusional?
Because she's making the rounds now of being known for trying to the word they use is kind of mind-boggling for me just even thinking about it. Downplay slavery.
So like it wasn't so bad. They had 3 meals a day.
No, everybody got slaves. So what's your deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, my only knowledge of the Amazing Lucas is that he used to be a console fanboy.
Used to be a what?
A console fanboy.
A console fanboy?
Yeah, in the gaming space.
Oh,
That's my only knowledge of him.
the amazing Lucas, black guy?
Yeah, I know who he
Um.
is.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I didn't know that. Well, I just know,
Yeah,
like I said,
I am a follower of a community in the YouTube space known as the Salt community, and I say that with air quotes. These are people that call out and criticize people that would be classified as console fanboys, people that blindly and obsessively support and worship corporations like Sony, Xbox, Nintendo, and they will basically accept and praise anything that they do, regardless of what it is.
a console fanboy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
were you
yeah.
thinking console like CONSUL?
No. I'm talking about
no, I
Xbox,
No,
did.
Nintendo,
yeah, I
I
was
PlayStation.
did.
wondering if that's what Stone was thinking.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
my mistake. Yeah, that was
yeah,
my.
yeah,
He's pointing out my mistake.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
And
what I was thinking. Oh, okay. Oh, so
the
you're calling him a console cuck. Okay, I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
I get it.
The Amazing Lucas used to be a console fanboy, but he's not anymore. He distanced himself from it because he got tired of being called out. He got tired of it, and so he shifted to the more political space. That was about a year ago, I think,
Wow.
and
He's
and
made some
yeah,
strides. He's
yeah,
made some
yeah, and like some of the people that I follow on like the Salt content creators, and I'm going to be mentioning their names here. That they may find out about it, they may not. I follow people like Oh No, It's Alex, Ratanga, uh, Klutzy King, Gara of the Rage, Cult Classic Cage. I follow all those people, and they pretty much make fun of anybody who does what is classified as quote unquote console warring. And I just find that type of content where they make fun of that bullshit fucking hilarious.
I
I
mean,
find
it's got to be more entertaining than the opposite.
yeah, it is
Making fanboy content.
funny. It is very funny to make fun of people who console war. It's very funny.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because I've been
Who knew
a
technology?
PlayStation guy for many years, but I'm never going to say like Sony can do no wrong. That is
Oh
absolutely
no,
not
no.
true.
So a lot of the stuff that Sony's been doing lately has been complete bullshit. But I mean, hey, if you enjoy playing on PlayStation, by all means, have at it. But it's just like, I mean, the people that the PlayStation fanboys say that Xbox sucks. The Xbox fanboys say PlayStation sucks. Nintendo fanboys say Xbox and PlayStation suck.
Hold on.
And
Hold on. Whoa. Wait a second. Nintendo guys can't say anything while they're holding their little Switch dicks. Okay, I'm sorry. But
yeah,
I'm
it's really fucking dumb. There is a guy who is like one of the biggest Nintendo fanboys ever, but yet he looks like he hasn't showered in 6 months. Uh,
It possibly he hasn't.
yeah, his name is Harmon Smith, and it's just, oh my god, man.
his name smells.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like Jesus Christ, man. It's just like my god. Oh man. Some of his takes just makes me want to bury my face into my keyboard and run it back and forth until
And
I
go.
motorboat my keyboard. It makes me want to motorboat my keyboard. It's just like
Yeah,
Jesus. It's just like, oh my god, man. God damn it. Wow. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I'm done. I'm done about my rant. It's just that's so
Yeah,
annoying.
that's a rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah,
And it is a deep rabbit
that
hole.
is a whole rabbit hole. I just did like I just said 2 holes, but yeah, but no, just like oh man, just like that like the salt mine is a deep hole.
Pause.
What?
I'm just saying.
Why are you pausing?
No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy. It's a deep hole. No Diddy.
Bring out the baby oil.
I'm just saying. We just want to make sure. We just want to make sure when we say that when we say that fan stuff that excuse me, well, you know, I'm sorry, I'm among different tone friends, so we'll just say when we say that potentially freaky stuff, we might want to say no Diddy.
Oh my god.
Just saying,
But
just or pause. No Diddy or pause. Either one works. You know, we don't do no no H word anymore because that's just not
yeah. But no, back to Office Space. One thing I wanted to ask was even if their plan to like steal the money
Yep.
over the course of like 2 years, they
Okay.
think that they wouldn't notice. Do you really think they wouldn't have noticed?
No, a drone place like that. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't notice fractions of pennies being, being siphoned out of there. Little by little. No, they wouldn't have. Not really.
Well, shit, even that 305,000 coming out at once, it was just like, they're basically just like, it's been a glitch. And they probably would have left it at that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they would have gone far enough to find out actually where it went. They would have been like,
over $300,000 is a little more than a glitch.
Well, they did have an investigator. Well, I bullshit, but you know.
Yeah, but that like they didn't even reveal who the investigator was. They just said like, "Oh, we have an investigator," and then they went off camera, and then that was the end of the plot.
But because the main scene was what was our man getting treated bad again. You know what I'm saying? The invisible man. In his office.
Oh, and let me just say, Milton was probably the best character in the fucking movie.
Well, he was definitely sympathetic, and he's definitely in this role. I realize now primed him for Dodgeball.
Yeah, that was the same guy in Dodgeball.
Absolutely.
And he was in Barry. He's done voice work in a million. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything. I've ever seen a bad performance from Stephen Root.
Yeah.
Seen or heard.
I liked him in Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well. He played Charles Boyle's dad.
He's just so good in everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really, like I said, seeing that again. Like I said, this is again. Sometimes I think like, man, I could go off memory on certain things because I have seen things, a time or two. But sometimes you just need to really just kind of sit back in, and because even at first I was gonna like, I was just gonna use it as an excuse, not to have to watch it and just go off memory when I seen that every place was charging you still to watch it. I mean, God, that just shows what kind of effect that movie has. Where
I could have sworn I would have been able to rent. I would have been able to watch it on streaming on Hulu, but when I looked on Hulu, it wasn't there, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to rent this. Come on.
Yeah.
I almost didn't rent it. I was like, you know what? I might not just watch it. I might not watch it. But I was like, no, I gotta watch it for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, see, we invest. See, little by little, every once in a while, we have to invest. We have to do things, painstaking things to do the work and make this happen. See, we're really serious about this. We wouldn't expend any money. I mean, even though I mean, we don't have to say, but I mean, hey, it wasn't all that much to rent it, honestly.
It was it was like less than $5. It really wasn't that big of a deal.
And it really wasn't all that much to buy it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I thought about it. I was like, and when I really sat back with it and just seeing how everything just splintered off of something like this, man. I mean, this thing was like everything, like the the white guys vibing out to hip hop music, the hip hop soundtrack in general. I mean, the pretty much the overall soundtrack was hip hop.
Was there any songs that weren't? I don't know if there was.
Yeah, I don't think there was either. I think most of the music in the show was basically hip hop.
Hold on, there wasn't. I thought there were. I thought there was one. I thought there was one.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I thought that I thought I heard one while I was watching. Okay, you're wrong,
And
but
the song they picked for the smashing the copier printer thing was perfect. It's that
Yeah.
whole scene. Like that's one of the main things I like. Yeah, I could have gone off memory, but it would have been mostly just comedic beats and stuff. There's a lot of little things and whatnot that I definitely forgot about. But that scene's always stuck out of my head. It's so fucking funny. Just take this thing out to the middle of a field and execute it, basically.
Yeah, a copy machine that doesn't work.
Just give it the old beat down. And one guy gets a little too into it, and they have to pull him back. Poor Michael
Yeah,
Bolton.
I think the actors might have had a little too much fun doing that scene.
I could see that being something where it's just like, yeah, just go nuts. We'll roll cameras, and you guys just do whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, the boss at the Jennifer Aniston's restaurant job, like he talking about the flares and like, oh yeah, but I mean, you do the bare minimum, and this guy he does above the bare minimum. He has 37 pieces of flare on his suspenders.
It's like, yeah, look at him. He's a psycho, just like you.
Oh my god.
And that was Mike Judge, the boss.
Wait, the boss was Mike Judge?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I mean, like all these years, I didn't even know what Mike Judge looked like. I had to look up a picture of what he looked like, and I was like, okay, I did not know he looked like that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's one
bald.
of those guys, like, it's sort of like, I don't know what he should or would look like, but didn't expect that.
Yeah, he's bald, apparently.
My God.
Yeah. I didn't know that. It's just I always envisioned him as being thin and having like a hairstyle that you would have expected from like the late 80s.
Like, real
And
nice, thick head of hair.
yeah, and just like him being like thinner than he is, and I don't know, he would have like a goatee or maybe a mustache. That's how I always envisioned him looking.
oh, hey guys, sorry to cut in real quick,
Yeah.
but going back to the beginning of this movie, oh my god, I totally forgot about the fucking secretary from fucking corporate accounts payable.
Oh, wait,
that little, like, that little high pitched peak at the start of each of her sentences.
No, the repeated sentence, the repeated
that too,
sentence.
yeah. It started high, went a bit lower, started high, went a bit lower, and just repeat.
like, these
You're
hoes.
going by the details. I'm just going by the perfect, you know what I'm saying, the perfect repetition every time, like a goddamn robot, like a goddamn
Yeah.
secretary robot. You know what I'm saying? He's like for a second. It was just this thing of just like every single time, perfect, no difference. Every single time, no difference. You know what I'm saying? It was like Jesus Christ. It's like she's
I could see having nightmares about that, or just it infecting your dreams. If you're just hearing that, even subconsciously, like in the background all day.
I mean, the horror of the fact that she's there, that she's possibly just there to put people on hold.
Yeah.
Like that seemed like, I mean, it seemed like there wasn't much more to her job than that.
Ugh. What a fucking absolutely mind-numbing job.
Just move them to the next stage. Just move them to the next platform to speak to the person they need to speak to. Boop, 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 boop. In queue. She just moves people in queue. Boop, 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 boop. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Like, if I greet too many people in the same day saying the same thing, it bugs me. Let alone saying the same thing over and over for like 8 hours.
Kind of reminds me of Kelly
Well,
Bundy and kind of reminds me
well,
of Kelly on Married with Children. Thank you, coming in. Thank you, coming in. Thanks again, come you.
you could end up doing what that guy did in Idiocracy, where he's like standing at Costco and he goes, "Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you." I'm sorry. Even though I didn't like Idiocracy, that scene right there still sticks with me
Yeah,
because
but
it
it
just
but,
has
but
that
it weakens
Deadpool.
your argument. But it weakens your argument, and you know that all them people sitting in that movie theater watching the guy's ass, that was just ridiculous, and it made you feel like you. I think you both answered that it could happen.
I still think that.
What, like just going to the theater to see a guy's ass?
That people could get to a level stupid enough to where they would go and simply watch a movie, watch a full length movie of a guy's ass.
I mean, you don't even have. Well, I guess this kind of is stupid, but you could tell people it's an art film, and you'd get a certain segment going out to see that. Like, oh yes, the choices in the lighting where it sort of flickered a little bit, and you saw like extra dimples on the ass. Yes, that was a very good choice by the director.
I mean, yeah, you could do that, or they could say, it shows a great a level of vulnerability. You know, the greatest level of vulnerability that anybody ever put on screen. I mean, but not that we didn't, not that we never saw Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass. And Jesus Christ, the Animal Kingdom had enough. I swear, they had enough male ass showing to where you would wonder was one brother was the only one that was supposed to be gay? Or, I mean, was this thing like? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying it was a lot of male ass. You know what I'm saying, for one show, a great deal of male ass in Animal Kingdom. My
You throw
family
a
would
couple dicks in there. Like, come on,
at least throw a couple of what? Jesus
you can
Christ.
throw a couple of dicks in there. It can't be all ass.
Gee, okay, alrighty, yeah.
Because
That's where
again, dicks are funny. Nothing funny about
that's
ass, really.
that's where we were going. That's where we were going. That's where we were going.
We're never going anywhere.
But so you've never actually. I have to say, you building on your statement, I have to say I have worked in a cubicle, like a cubicle environment, a cubicle farm, maze, ant farm, whatever you want to call it. I've worked in one of those, a couple of those. Absolutely. It can be soul crushing. Sometimes, depending on where you are, the quotas or the expectations, you know what I'm saying? Like giving it, like putting a different word on it. No, see, yeah, because we want to invoke because you want to invoke Beetlejuice on. That's why.
We got in trouble for not addressing comments last time, so that's the last one.
But yeah, I just just saying, it was like that. I mean, it definitely, like I said, the expectations, like I said, like a different word is really going to fucking like change what it really is. That if you don't do the numbers that we're expecting you to make, then your job will be in jeopardy. I mean, it's just, gotta fucking say.
And I love the way he won over those consultants. Came in just, yeah, I don't do. I do maybe 15 minutes of work all day. Most of the time, I'm just spacing out. But you know why? It's because I don't have the proper motivation.
But you know what though? See, they realized but they realize like, see what they look at that as like, where somebody else would try to hide it and it would be weakness. It was looked at as like delegation. You still, I mean, you were able to remain here because you make it look like you do more than what you do. Other people are doing things and you're not really doing things, and yet you still maintain here, and no one, it's like guys are out there trying to be important and they're making mistakes. That's why, the Naga not gonna work here anymore. And love is a wonderful thing was gonna get fired. Say it again, yeah. Come
But
on, man.
All
Come
bullshit
on.
though. Michael Bolton does have a killer voice. You can't deny that.
I'm kind of familiar with Michael Bolton, but the only thing I really know like recently is he did that thing with The Lonely Island, where they did that song about
Oh.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. I will just randomly sing that every now and then. It just pops into my head.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Jim Carrey did a because that's the one thing about being like the one or two white people on a predominantly black sketch show, like in Living Color. Like you get the free range of being every white person that you want to be and make fun of. So Michael Bolton was one of those people. And he's in there, when a man sings like I do. Like, oh my God.
I mean, I'm kind of like indifferent about Michael Bolton. Like, I don't hate the guy, I don't love the guy. It's just like, he's just there. I was always more of a fan of George Michael.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on.
Gay.
Hey, I like George Michael.
Gay.
Jesus, man.
He's got good music, man.
Jesus. Doth protest too much, televangelist.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm talking to Damian over here.
I'm not throwing no shade. We're allies here.
Doth protest too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like those TV preachers.
Look, if I'm in a good mood and I want to listen to something that has energy and I'm in the mood for something from the 80s, there's one of two there's one song or there's a group of songs that I'll listen to. The one song that I'll listen to is You Spin Me Right Round by that one group. Yeah, I fucking
Dead
love
or
that.
Alive?
Yeah, I fucking love that song.
Oh my God.
It ramps me
Damien,
up.
go ahead.
Tomorrow.
You're on.
Yeah.
Well, I do like that song, but the version I listened to, it's by this Swedish like glam metal band. It's
Okay,
basically the
but
same, just with sort of
but
bit more
Damien, you're
guitar
on.
heavy.
Yeah,
But
no, it ramps me up like no tomorrow, man.
it's a feel good song. Yeah.
I
Damien,
love
go
that
ahead,
song.
please.
And then,
Go
of
ahead.
course, the group of songs that I listen to is an
Yes.
assortment of songs from George Michael.
Yes, go ahead.
Gay.
Yes. Thank you.
Or the saxophone song from the Lost Boys.
Oh, well, Damien, one more time.
Gay.
Oh, come on.
You
Hey,
just picture that
you
guy
like
all
the
fucking
Lost Boys.
I do, but do you listen to that song and picture that dude all greased up and Abby?
I still believe.
No, the reason why I think about that song is because of a meme that I saw one time where they kind of edited it a certain way to where they were like focusing on the saxophone and then they had the main like male like character in the movie just like having him like fixate on the sax guy and he was like wiggling and like doing the thing on the stage and he was all oiled up and it was heavily implied that he was like thirsting for the guy on the stage and I'm like, okay, so this is gay.
They had this sketch on SNL years ago where I think it was John Hamm played the saxophone guy, and he kept like busting through walls just during different moments, all greased up and playing the saxophone.
While we're on the subject, I'll give you my favorite cheesy song. It is "Never Surrender" from The Wraith.
I've never heard that. Maybe I have. I just don't know the
I
name
feel
of it.
it's ringing a bell. I just can't. It's not coming into my
'Cause
head.
I'll never surrender.
What's it called again? Never Surrender. By who again?
I see cheesy 80s song. Don't know.
Never Surrender 80s song. Don't stop doing that.
You forgot cheesy. It may not come up.
Wait, hold on. It might be Corey Hart.
Really, Corey Hart? I wear my
No,
sunglasses
there's
at
a
night.
lot of options that came up, but the first
Oh
result.
no! Oh, Corey Hart. Never surrender. Oh, not that one. Not that one.
Are you? Well, here's one that is Stan Bush from Kickboxer.
Oh God, damn! A lot of never surrenders, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Ah, stop.
A lot of never. Didn't realize. Okay, put "Never Surrender" the Wraith soundtrack.
The Wraith soundtrack. Oh, here we go. The Wraith. Never Surrender. Lion.
Ooh, Lion. What a name for a man, huh? Just straight Lion. Not White Snake. Not White Snake. Just Lion.
Now here I go again on my own.
Why not just Snake? King Cobra. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not recognizing the song.
But yeah, it's cheesy goodness. I mean, when you hear those, when you see those cars going in that race and that dangerous fucking regular street. Oh God. Just, I mean, why nobody want to remake The Wraith? Why no one wants to remake The Wraith? I will never understand. I mean, street racing on regular roads where people are still driving. I mean, how awesome is that?
Here's my question. Why won't they remake movies like The Wraith when instead they would remake Anaconda?
And make it stupid.
Hey, okay, the trailer made me laugh.
I don't want to laugh. I want to see people eating. I don't want to laugh.
I don't know. I thought
I want to laugh ironically at people eating. I don't want them saying something stupid before they're eating. That's supposed to be funny.
I'll give you that. But I mean, I thought them putting the Anaconda song in the fucking trailer was
stupid.
I mean, have you rewatched the first Anaconda anytime recently?
No, I haven't.
That is a stupid fucking movie.
Whoa, the original?
Yeah.
Hey man, get off John Voight, man. That motherfucker did his thing up there, you know? He did his thing. Look, come here, little babies.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Come here, little babies.
All right, but it's far from
Jennifer, look, it was statement making. Look, Jennifer Lopez was making her was trying to rise up, was trying to clout chase, caping for the white guy who hardly did anything in the whole entire movie, except
because he got infected or whatever the fuck, and he's like pretty much in a coma for most of the movie.
Yeah, but all of a sudden managed to rise up. Though he had his hand on his throat bleeding, he still managed to, you know what I'm saying, to come and help out Jennifer Lopez, you know, they contribute a little something. He
got stung by a wasp.
He got set up. Hey.
I'm still saying that it was stupid as hell why he wasn't in the movie for the entire movie. I'm just saying that's why he wasn't in the movie for the entire movie. Because
it was Eric Stoltz?
Yeah, Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got a wasp, like in the Amazon, got in his mouth and it stung him in his mouth.
That's right,
And
because it got down the scuba tube.
yep, yep, and it like the neurotoxin in its venom or something, like it like swelled up his like throat so he couldn't breathe, and they had to perform a tracheotomy and put a tube through his throat so he could breathe. Otherwise, he would have suffocated. And I think the whole thing about him being in a coma is not accurate. I think he was just unconscious.
Yeah, I
The
was
entire
sort of
movie.
using that as just he was basically just lying down useless for an hour out of the hour and a half, more or less.
Yeah, yeah. And John Voight, of course, was the villain of the entire movie because he was using Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez as bait to get the anaconda. I mean, look, it was a dumb popcorn movie. And I loved the movie as a kid because, unlike so many other people that are afraid of snakes, I actually like snakes. Okay, am I the only one here?
Sorry. No, sorry, I had accidentally muted myself because I did say, "Oh, big man."
Okay,
Damn it.
yeah, that would have been perfect to have on stream. But
Yeah,
missed opportunity.
yep.
But no, it's just yeah, I've loved snakes since I was a kid. It's just like I think they're adorable. I think they're cute. When I saw the Anaconda trailer recently, and had Paul Rudd like laying on like the riverboat and had the snake crawling on him and it was like slithering towards him, I was like, oh my god, man, that snake just looks so fucking cute and adorable. I want to just cuddle it. It's like, oh man, it's so cute.
I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely like. Yeah, I wouldn't say I have a fear of snakes. I've never really encountered them all that much.
Yeah, snakes don't scare me. They don't. They don't scare me at all. Now, spiders, on the other hand,
I was about to say spiders can go fuck themselves.
yeah, send those assholes right into the pits of hell. Absolutely.
I've gotten better with those over the years. The little ones, like when I was a kid, even the littlest ones would bug me, and they still do. But it was like more of a fear back then. Now
No, no,
it's more
no.
just, I'll just spray it, get rid of it. But anytime there's a big spider, I'm just like, oh shit,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
spray it, get rid
The
of it.
big
But
ones freak me
still,
out.
just
The big ones freak me out, but the small ones, nah. I usually just leave them alone.
like sort of like medium to big. I'm like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Like a
Yeah,
little one, I may let go, but medium to big, fuck you.
yeah. Like the one that you threw a phone book at.
Oh yeah, that was one of the most satisfying moments in my life. I've lived a very sad life.
But no, snakes. Like I remember one time there was a exotic, well, not really exotic, but like a pet store that was near my house, and I went in there one time, and they had snakes on display. And I asked the guy, it's like, hey, like, can I hold one? And he was like, I don't know, can you? The guy that worked there was a dick, and
Like it.
yeah, and he was like, he grabbed the snake, and it was just a baby python, and he put it in my hand, and the snake just started slithering through my fingers on my left hand.
No diddy, no diddy,
Yeah, and it was just hanging out in my hand, and it was just I
no
was like,
diddy.
oh my god, this snake is the most adorable thing I have ever held in my hand, and I love my cat. It's like, oh my god, I want a pet snake.
Was it one of those ones that's so small it's almost like a worm, like that small?
No, it was bigger than that. I would say that it was still a baby, but it was it was still growing, but it was like if I held the snake in the palm of my hand, it would be slightly bigger than my palm.
It's probably like 15 inches or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the python was brown mostly.
Charles likes 15-inch snakes, everybody.
Yeah, but the snake was brown with like beige and black markings. And yeah, the snake was just hanging out there. It was like sticking its tongue out, trying to like investigate things, and it was fine. It wasn't hurting anything. It wasn't even looking at me. It was just like trying to like move around, just explore. And it's just like, oh my god, man, I love snakes. Oh man, even talking about snakes right now just makes me want to have one. It's just like, oh man, I love snakes.
Well, in the reptile neighborhood, I have a turtle. I don't know if I guys told you that.
I used to have a turtle. It was so good. Now it's like still alive. My sister's got it now at her place. It was so cool just having a turtle. Just sort of like get real stoned and just sit by the tank and move along, and he follows you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Yeah, but no, just I mean, I know. I mean, I've seen like snakes on my property. There was one time we had a gardener snake just wandering around. He was under my car one time.
Wow. And then finally you got to a point where there's too many motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking yard.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this right now. I fucking hate that movie. Not because
of all the dead snakes.
No, not because of that. I just think the movie is fucking stupid.
I mean, yeah, but that's the point. It's meant to be like basically like a slightly bigger budget sci-fi movie.
Oh my god, I cannot believe
Like
that
one
they
of those,
got Samuel L. Jackson to say that fucking line. It's like, I am tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking planet.
I think that was added in post too, or they filmed it later.
They
or
added
something.
that in post?
It was either in post or like there was something to that, I think, where it wasn't originally meant to be in there. Then they added it.
Oh my god. Look, I get it. He understands what he has, and he capitalizes on that. That's fine. But still, even he has to realize how stupid that line was.
Did you ever see Snakes on a Train?
They did that?
They did. I never saw it, but they did.
Man. Okay.
Okay, let
Really?
me ask you.
I call Mandela effect. I call Mandela effect.
Hold on, I'm confirming this right now.
By the way, I mean, while he's looking at what do you think about the alternative, the scene stealing happy ending, the unexpected happy ending in Office Space? I guess you could say.
I loved it.
All right, yep, it's not.
If anyone
Mandela
deserves
effect,
it,
it's real.
Yeah, it was. I don't know who was the lead, but it wasn't Samuel Jackson.
Snakes on a Train is in fact real. It was a direct-to-video movie, and it came out in 2006.
And Michael Jai White was in it.
Was he?
I'm just guessing. I'm being funny.
No. The lead was AJ Castro.
Name kinda sounds familiar, sort of. But
But
it could be I'm thinking of AJ from The Sopranos and Castro. Fidel.
I'm looking up his filmography. He was in Will and Grace for like one episode.
I remember that episode.
No, you don't. Okay.
No, I don't.
No, he's a fucking or C-list actor. Like he only
So
shows up for like.
it's right in Snakes on a Train then.
Yeah, he's a C-list actor.
Oh.
Oh, he was also in L.A. Noire. Huh. Really?
Okay, not great. All right. Well, back. So moving on from that, Jesus Christ, but yeah,
I enjoyed that ending.
Yeah,
Milton finally getting something.
The unexpected, but still, but still, and now we know though. But see, all that stuff that he was saying before, we thought, the mumblings of a mealy guy that really wasn't gonna make good on it, and then he made good. So to hear him saying that stuff, strychnine and the guacamole, I hope they don't piss him off for real.
So, yeah, he had Chekhov's "I'll burn this place down" early in the movie.
I'm telling you, the guy. I mean, do you? Are we all established? Because I mean, unless I missed something, are we all established? I mean, because I didn't see anything that would say, okay, we seen him carrying it out, but we all pretty much kind of feel like he set the place on fire, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
It was heavily implied, yeah.
Okay,
Even just the way, the way he sort of backed away from the crowd and was leaving, and they cut to the lead character, god damn it, blanking on his name, Peter. Yeah, they cut to him, and he sort of looks at him walking away. He's like, I think even he's sort of like, oh yeah, I know what happened to you.
Oh my god, the Bobs. Oh my god, the fucking Bobs. The short sleeve shirt with the tie. Oh my god, I mean, this movie was everything that you ever imagined wrong, working at a corporate office, being around people, just that whole. I mean, the 9 to 5 grind of life. Sometimes, like it was just. This movie was everything. I'm telling you, King of the Hill. For people, look, I've never heard a person from Texas throw shade on King of the Hill. By the way, that's all I'm saying. I've never heard any motherfucker from Texas say King of the Hill is bullshit on what Texas is about. Even being funny and making light of what Texas is about. No one's ever said like, oh, we're not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never heard it. I mean, maybe I ain't look hard enough, but I've never heard anybody really, really criticize King of the Hill for not really being sort of tapped in to what Texas kind of, encompasses.
No, if anything, like I've seen examples of the opposite, like where people from that region are just like, yeah, they fucking hit the nail on the head.
Hey.
But yeah, as far as the opposite, I haven't really seen anyone be like, oh, fuck this show. And it never does it in a sort of mean-spirited way either.
No, not really. But real quick, howdy, boys. Greetings from Dutchess County, New York. This is
Good morning,
Richard
Mr.
Kish.
Kish.
This is Richard Kish, the person I like to affectionately call Gandalf the Weird.
Yeah, morning, Kish.
But
King of the Hill, like it very much like Office Space. It presents that very, just sort of, for the most part, grounded take on a very grounded parody of reality.
Yeah, the typical, staunch Texas, white Texas family. The white, the pretty much white adjacent Asian family. And things like that. Even depicting the still ongoing struggle between the white man and the Native American. I mean.
Well, yeah, Dale's son, it's a running joke in the show. Like, his wife obviously cheated on him with this Native American guy, and he still thinks his son is his son, or at least he's tricked himself into believing he is.
He was giving massages, and she was injected with the spirit.
But he's still like, he plays as much as that character can. He plays a good dad to that kid. He might be a bit of a nut, but he's not like, he's not a bad father. Not, bad and like the.
But what if? But you know what? And I hate to be the heavy guy because sometimes. But you know what? Sometimes we can cover ground a little bit every once in a while to show that we can do this. We have range. So what about this on a slightly heavy note? What if Dale's whole thing, his whole delusion about, what I'm saying? Now we understand outside of his delusion, what's what. But just saying, the way he plays it out and everything like that, and certain other things. What if all of that is a mask and escape for the fact that he knows about it all?
Well, yeah, that's sort of what I was saying. Like whether he believes or has tricked himself into believing somehow. Like it's like, yeah, I know, but
No,
yeah, there's some kind of gymnastics going on or something.
I'm almost like he knows, and like he does the whole like
Oh, so it's
going
just
delving.
a straight up facade.
Yeah, he delves into his own world. All of this whole espionage and everything, and this whole elaborate stuff in his life and with his job and everything like that. I think it's just a way to kind of gain some sort of I guess benefit, adulation for himself, appreciation, because maybe he
Redirect a bit from the actual issues that are
yeah,
going on
maybe
in his life.
because he does know what's going on, and he's just trying his best to keep it together and not say anything. Because the moment he says something, everything blows up. He doesn't have her anymore. He won't have the what I'm saying, the kid that he's raised as his son. What I'm saying, anymore. I hated to go there. I hated to go there like that, but I'm just saying.
And there's another thing Stephen Root was in. He's Bill.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to watching the reboot. So far, I've only heard good things about it.
I mean, sometimes you got to take the time to really figure out how you progress the people, because and then it allows you to tell a whole new story now. Because like you could try to keep them the way they were and try to tell new stories from there, but to take a chance, and I think that's the thing. Sometimes I think some people have to see, like with the updating of the King of the Hill, like with Sinners. I think the connecting thing with certain content is that you have to take a chance at something, and like people used to, and have confidence that it'll work. If you feel like you're doing good content, take a chance at it, and and more than likely it'll work out. I mean, if you really feel confident about that content you're putting out there, then do what you got to do.
I am glad they advanced things. I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
Because it's a thing, and it's lighthearted, and I think a lot of us can. It's almost like the way they did it was genius, because if you just had Hank with fucking, oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Why am I forgetting his name? Why am I forgetting the son's name?
Oh, Bobby.
Bobby. If you just had Hank and Bobby's relationship alone, you might be a little more pissed at Hank. But when you see who his father is, then you kind of understand where that comes from. But then you understand that he's nowhere near the way with Bobby, the way his father was and still is with him, even to the point of calling his new son Good Hank.
Good Hank. Yeah.
Railing down everything that he is, while constantly coming around looking for help. I mean, it's crazy. And it's just like, but it's like if they didn't have that, you might be a little bit more pissed at Hank for the way he is when it comes to Bobby. And again, you could understand that, again, as a guy, you can understand how Bobby can be kind of, but he's a free-spirited kid that needed some direction, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, he wasn't that bad off,
Yeah, well, he had some odd parents. They were still loving parents.
I mean, she is as I'm telling you, Peggy is as Delulu overconfident as it gets sometimes, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, were you doing that? Were you doing that on your own, or were you doing that ironically because that's one of her catchphrases?
For me?
Did you just do that just organically?
Yeah.
Because Peggy, that was one of her things. Whoa, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that didn't even cross my mind.
I was just like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, she would do that quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when
She also
really,
taught me that Spanish and Italian are basically the same thing.
well, see, okay. See, but that's the thing about Peggy. You see it's the way she delivers things and says things. It's like she really gets self-centered, and the way she just kind of says it like that. Now, old world Italian and old world Spanish. There's some words that cross connect. Old world Spanish and old world Italian, but not just in general. But people think, but see the way she said it, maybe it's like generally that you can speak Spanish to someone Italian and they would still be able to relate. And nah. But old world, yeah, there's some connections there. They're so close. So they're when you talk about old world, but people who still live in the old country of both those countries, yeah, there's some cross pollination in the vernacular a little bit, absolutely. But you have to make sure you specify that distinction and not just say Spanish and Italian basically are the same.
There are certain words, like I'm blanking on an example at the moment, but there are certain words where it's pretty much just the way it's said is mostly what's different about it.
Like te amo.
Aw. You mean that?
No,
Oh.
I just said it. Just an example, son. Just an example.
Crushing my dreams.
Oh man, you have to get your chocolate fantasies off elsewhere, pal. It's not happening
Fine.
here. It's not happening here. Jeez, come on, man, come on. Look. I respect the community, but hey. I just look. There's no roles coming up. There's no big roles, no big opportunities coming up for me. So I don't see how doing that right now benefits me. So I'm just saying.
So you're saying there's a chance someday if you needed to advance yourself.
Jesus Christ!
All right.
If old Hollywood is still old Hollywood, and they're making fucking social media influencers, some actors and actresses. I mean, hell, man. I mean, look, I might. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
On that note, I'll be right back, and not to cry. I've got other stuff I need to take care of. I'll be back.
Jesus Christ! But I will say, I'll say this though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, weirdly enough, the movie was like therapeutic for. I mean, it's not even to say that. Look,
Mm-hmm.
for everything that everything is, and what I thought it was going to be when I graduated high school, at the turn of the century,
Yeah.
going into the new millennium, and thinking what I was thinking at first, and getting to where I am now. I mean, I'm good at where I'm at, and not trying to feel like I needed to climb to a certain place and be at a certain place and be doing a certain thing to feel like that I was winning at life. I'm doing the stuff that I really always wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. Outside of the actual being on, you can't do that on television, and doing that type of stuff that, every once in a while we've been willing to do certain things like that, and stuff. And it's just like, and just trying to do jobs and cash grab while I'm trying to further my brand and do all that type of stuff. I mean, I'm kind of where I want to be right now, and how everything is kind of worked out and how everything's kind of progressed. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for the way I looked at it, I feel like I'm winning that life. I mean, and it's like, I got weirdos sending me Facebook friendship requests all the goddamn time because I'm doing shows with these two guys, these two other weirdos over here from other places, it's crazy. You know, it's like I'm becoming at least a wireless celebrity right now.
Yeah.
But I am, like I said, my goal is G-Force. My goal is G-Force celebrity. Like the ladies on the Amazon spaceship.
The Amazon spaceship.
Yeah. What was it? The
Katy Perry.
Atreyu? The Atreyu, the Ascent, the Blue Origin, the Blue Virgin. Yes. The Blue Virgin.
You know, where they went up and like took selfies and did their makeup or whatever the fuck they did up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Remember they sent Katy Perry and like
No. Let's not do it that way. Let me do it. Let's do it. I'm going to do it the Charles way. Sorry to interrupt you, but I want to do it. Okay, let me go ahead.
You're gonna do it the Charles way?
Yes. Okay, for several years now, Amazon, Jeff Bezos in particular, has been sending particular chosen people into a space trip. What is considered, there's a certain distance that you can go into the heavens that would be considered going into space. They're not going on a space trip. They're not orbiting anything. It's more of a
technicality.
Like it's like somebody took a rocket fuel rubber band and popped the rocket way up into space, and then they touched the point where they made it into space and kind of did a little bit of an orbit, and then it kind of came down. And then they kind of did the whole thing and then kind of came down. Like it's kind of like that sort of effect. And a lot of chosen people have done that. Like, for example, it was initially it was more heartfelt because there was a female pilot who had worked hard to become an astronaut and was a lot of times getting turned down because of the chauvinism and chauvinism and also or misogyny, that was present and the female trying to become an astronaut. So Jeff Bezos chose her to be one of the participants early on to go up in space, to go up in what would be considered space for that, jet fueled rubber band pop rocket into space, enough distance to get into that technicality space. Also William Shatner, more notably, there have been other notable people that have done it, but William Shatner more notably has done it because, of course, he was on Star Trek for many years and everything like that, and wanted to feel what it was like to actually be in that place that he had pretended to be all that time. And it was an emotional experience for him and everything like that. And so a lot of those things got a lot of, great press on that. And it was something that continued. But what emerged in this recent time, it was, everything else was more low key. If you knew about it because you knew about the certain person that was doing it, fine. But it wasn't something that was like made into an event or publicized for people to sort of marvel at. If you happen to know that William Shatner was going on a rocket flight, then you might say something about it, or somebody might be there to sort of publicize it or whatever. But it wasn't something that was itself made into an event like this rocket ship is going into space and they're going to be astronauts and we're going to do this thing and the space team and all this type of shit. It was never that. No one ever controlled anything, and things like that. And so then you see then to see what emerged here was an event, not the people, because none of the people were notable enough to where it was like, wow, she's going on a jet, she's going on a rocket flight or whatever, except for maybe, Katy Perry, but it was, and the way she was talking, and she was acting like she was some sort of hippie, what I'm saying, warped straight out of the 70s that they picked to, so they either picked to go on this rocket ship, or that she just came out of one, out of being in cryo sleep for like 40 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. This whole thing became a convoluted thing. Their space suits had bell bottoms and flares on it, and it was weird. The whole thing was weird. Stylish
And
belts. They look like
did
they look like they wanted to be a reproduction of it was like Barbarella the musical.
did you see
And
that video of them opening the door from the inside, which supposedly shouldn't be possible, and then someone from the outside quickly closed it, I guess, so they could get the footage they wanted?
yeah, I saw everything. Yeah, but I was just, I was doing, like I said, I'm doing it Charles style, because yeah. But yeah, see, so when they went up there, everything was so posy, everything was so weird. It was just every time they were seen. I mean, even the fact that they were being driven to the rocket, and like they were all hanging outside of the SUV, waving like this, like they're the right stuff. I mean, but yeah, they were the right stuff, all right. Oh, that kind. You know,
Can you imagine, like,
for those who don't know, that was
you get
that
your
was new.
first, sorry, that was
No, I was just saying, for those who don't know, that was a New Kids on the Block reference, not the, what I'm saying, yeah, it's a New Kids on the Block reference, not to be confused with the astronauts that went out there and did their whole, what I'm saying, space team thing, the right stuff. We're talking about the, hanging tough, right stuff.
yeah.
Ew. Oh. I'll be right back.
I was just thinking, can you imagine, like, you get your first and perhaps only opportunity to even glimpse space in person, and your instinct is to turn your phone on yourself and do like a hey, hey Katie fam video? My phone would be the last thing on my mind,
I
especially
mean,
given how short it is too. I think it's only a matter of like 15, 30 seconds or something like that.
yeah. I mean, I did Katy Perry even do the process of what it takes to even go up into space? Like the
I,
rigorous training that it's required?
I pretty much guarantee no, and then yeah, it's kind of based on what I've seen. It's a little suspect as to whether it even actually happened or not, or if it was just staged.
Yeah, because every single person that becomes an astronaut, whether they are man or woman, has to go through extreme, tough, like hard training just so they can be prepared to go up into space. Everybody has to do it.
Well, I'm sure it's a bit different given this method because like it's basically a technicality that you're going to space. Like it's pretty much the absolute bare minimum, and then you're coming straight back. Like it's not really you're barely sort of breaking through to anything.
Well, I mean, the training that they have to do is so that they can be prepared to handle any crisis that happens in case it does happen. Because if something in space, you have to be prepared if something goes wrong, and that's all because of what happened with Apollo 13.
Yeah, but no, this was much closer to that. Like that like what's that thing they do that like the zero G flights?
Yes,
It's much closer to that. Like they go a bit higher, but it's
they
still
didn't.
not like
Then she didn't
you're
go
not
to
going to
space.
space. No, it's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's simulated zero G. That's what it is.
it's almost like okay, I put my foot in the ocean, so I went for a swim in the ocean.
Oh my God, you
It's
didn't
kind of
go
like
into
that.
the ocean. It's just like I've been in the ocean, and that shit fucking scares me.
I mean, yeah, you get caught in a rip, you could be lost forever.
Oh
Well,
God,
not lost,
God,
but
God, God, don't give me nightmares. Oh my god, that
Yeah,
that shit. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna have nightmares for the next 2 weeks. Thanks for that.
I'm sorry. I personally got caught in one once. It was terrifying. Like probably the scariest experience I've ever had.
Yeah. Man, I will never watch the movie 2012 ever again.
Was that the Apocalypse movie?
Yeah. It had those massive tidal waves
The
that like
John
swept.
Cusack?
Yeah, John Cusack. Yeah. The tidal waves in that movie gave me nightmares for over 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then you got that insane sequence, which both insane from a stupid point and insane just like, my God, can you imagine when like the Earth's breaking apart and they're driving away from it? Everything's
Yep.
just crumbling and fucking,
Yeah.
disappearing into the core.
Yeah. The most unrealistic part of that movie, in my opinion, is when the volcano erupts and then they get like taken over by the ash cloud, and then they manage to get out of the ash cloud and they're still flying. And I'm like, the second they get consumed by that ash cloud, that plane would have gone down.
Because it would have fucked with all the instruments and everything.
Yup. Absolutely. It's just like the ash would have like clogged up the engines, and that plane would have gone down and they all would have died. It's like, well, that's Hollywood for you, baby. It's like, what the hell? Oh man.
I don't remember hating that movie. I remember a
I
friend, like
mean,
his dad used to get free tickets for like movie premieres from, I think he knew a friend at a radio station or something, so we got to see that and a bunch of other things, and I remember enjoying it. I think it was
I mean,
probably a bit too long, but you get that.
it was a good popcorn movie, but none of
Yeah.
that shit made sense.
Oh no, God no.
I mean, hell, The Day After Tomorrow with Dennis Quaid made more sense than that movie.
Ah, yeah. Was that the one where like they like stuck in like the New York Library or whatever for a little
Yeah,
while there?
yeah,
Yeah,
and like the three like ice age hurricanes encompass the entire northern
yeah,
hemisphere. Yeah. I mean, that movie was stupid too, but it made more sense than 2012.
yeah. There's very little, if anything, in 2012 you can point to and be like, yeah, that was kind of reasonable.
Yeah.
And then I was watching a bit of what was it? I went to my parents' place a while back, and San Andreas with The Rock was playing on the
Okay,
TV.
I
I
watched
watched a bit
that.
of that.
I watched that for
Wow,
only one reason. All right, hold on. Technically two reasons.
was it one thing with two reasons?
Yes.
Okay, I think I know where you're going with this.
Her name is Alexandria.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. Yep. Last name is Daddario.
Yeah, so haughty.
Yes. Oh my God, she is so hot.
But yeah, that was another one. Like just based on the probably 20 minutes I saw, another just like good popcorn movie, but stupid as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I like The Rock, but I mean, he can't even really be called The Rock anymore. He's now the Pebble.
And we all know what happens to Pebbles around these parts.
Yep, gonna pick him up and drop him into my friend Blackie.
Yep. I haven't seen a new The Rock movie the Pebble movie in quite a long time. It would have
Look,
been one of the Fast and the Furious movies, I think.
I think the last movie that I saw him do, well, actually, no, he's doing another movie recently that's going to be just starring him and Emily Blunt, where
Is
he's
that where
playing,
he's like he playing? Was it a boxer or something?
it's an MMA fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that actually seemed interesting.
yeah. I'm also interested regarding boxing. That movie that he's starring Sydney Sweeney, where she's playing like the most successful female boxer.
Ah, yeah, you mentioned that last week or the week before.
She's playing the boxer Christy Martin. I think
Yeah,
that's the
that could
boxer's
definitely be
name.
interesting.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I mean, normally, Sydney Sweeney plays like movies where she's like the hot chick, or she's put in a position where she's attractive and they kind of focus on her two assets.
Yeah, I think we worked out that I've only seen screenshots of specific scenes from things with her, and I don't think I've actually seen anything. Welcome back,
Yeah, yeah.
Stone.
But yeah, welcome back, Stone. But in this movie, they don't really focus on her sex appeal. They focus it gives her an opportunity to show her skills as an actor. And
Well, yeah, based on what you said of the premise, it seems like it would take away from it if they sort of tried to inject that, well, too much anyway.
yeah, oh no, she's they are focusing on her skills as an actor. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Christy, I think is the name of the movie.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed those sorts of movies. I just don't really watch them that often. Like, I still haven't seen The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, which it's on my list of things to see.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard it was good.
And what's that one came out? Was it Iron Claw or something that came out recently? It was
Iron
about a
Claw.
wrestler.
What we talking about? The Smashing Machine?
It had what's his name in it? Fucking God damn it. Hold on. Give me a second.
Zac Efron?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
I was,
it was called The Iron Claw.
but I was just trying to get the catalyst for this conversation. Is it because of the Smashing Machine that we're having this conversation about these other movies?
No, it's because we were talking about disaster movies, and then we got to San Andreas with The Rock, and then it went from there.
Oh, and we got the pro wrestling movie because Brock is a pro wrestler. Okay, because I thought you might have been
That,
talking
and he's
about
doing the MMA movie. Is it out or is it coming out?
the Smashing Machine.
Oh, so that is what it's called. Okay.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. Yes, it should be coming out soon, real soon. I think, like real soon. But yeah, they say yeah, different thing. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it's dealing with the whole struggles and things, but it's a different parallel to it because of course, you know, because it's MMA, so it's definitely real brutal contact being made and dealing with that and and what encompasses that on top of what I'm saying the fame, the notoriety, the problems, the what I'm saying the issues and so on and so forth. You know, in pro, like I said, in pro wrestling, like in movies, which is why most times most wrestlers can what I'm saying most times make a seamless, unless they just really don't have any talent for it. They seem to make a seamless transition over to being actors because basically that's what pro wrestling is essentially.
It
Like I
goes
said,
hand in hand. Yeah.
again, it's not like, see, when people see the thing about it is like, because wrestling itself comes from an actual sport world. It's not a made up thing. So when people keep saying it's fake, they're saying it's fake in the way that movies are fake. Like it's sort of a script being run on, what I'm saying? Yeah, we're doing all these stunts and we're taking these bumps, but eventually a story is told and either the bad guy is going to win, the good guy is going to win. It's going to be, what I'm saying, a to be continued situation or whatever. That's what I've learned to accept when it came to pro wrestling. It's male soap operas. What I'm saying, you like drama TV, but you don't want to feel like you're watching something effeminate, like, what I'm saying, like soap operas. Then yeah, pro wrestling is for you.
It's pretty much the exact polar opposite, basically.
Oh, it
Big
is.
sweaty
No,
guys shouting at each other and executing some fucking insane stunts slash athleticism slash all that.
yeah,
Bleeding a
you can
lot
say
at a certain point.
it's polar opposites. You can say it's polar opposite when it comes to soap operas, but I would say, yeah, it's more of a male, but still the things, the parallel between soap operas and pro wrestling, over the top characters, unbelievable scenes and situations that are set up in this, you know what I'm saying, in their worlds. You know, the
I
way
meant polar opposites as far as it being effeminate.
oh, well,
Like it's it's an element, a bit more these days, I guess. But
I mean, I mean, tights, oil, glitter,
okay, yeah,
face
good point.
paint, teased hair,
Okay,
um,
yep. Forget I said anything.
hands, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just, I'm just pointing some things out. Just pointing some things out.
Did either of you ever see this coming from Kai and Friends? Over the top characters. Did someone say Jimmy Grins? Did
Uh,
either of you ever see Over the Top, the Stallone arm wrestling movie? Arm wrestling trucker movie?
I own
No,
you.
I didn't.
I own you.
That's a fun bad movie.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, Kenny, you know what I'm saying? Kenny Loggins is one hell of a songwriter. And, you know what I'm saying? And singer songwriter. I mean, because he performs, and those songs he performs, though they're like, I mean, like you could call them now cheesy 80s goodness, whatever, but he amplified Top Gun.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably made more money off uh, just fucking Danger Zone alone than all three of us will ever make in our lives, no matter what
no,
we do.
no, no.
He
You
would
think
have
he
made
made
some insane bank on that, like especially by this point.
Danger Zone? Okay, more bank, Danger Zone or Footloose?
Ooh, probably. Oh, yeah, probably Footloose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're probably pretty damn close, though. I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah. But I mean, Footloose is one of those phenomenons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was truly one of. I mean, they tried to remake that movie. I think that what wasn't it even a play too?
Probably. It seems like something that would have been at least attempted.
Yeah. So yeah, and that song that he had over the top, "Meet Me Halfway." Come on, man, that was a great song. I mean, that was just Kenny Loggins was just 80s fucking goodness, man. Timeless 80s goodness.
Like, I'm sure. I don't know how many other movies he did. He may have had some duds, but I can't think of any. I mean, I don't know if Over the Top the movie did all that well, but yeah, good song.
I mean, you know, cult classic. You know what I'm saying? Cult classic and shit like that, you know. Expose the world. Again, see, sometimes in life you got to take chances. It exposed the world that some people may or may not have known about. They really didn't know that arm wrestling was really a competitive sport like that.
I mean, they also have competitive. I guess you could consider it competitive because they can make a competition out of it, where they have people slapping the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Look. Excuse me. Now you've introduced a moronic cave, a moronic sport that almost is tantamount to cavemen in clubs, to a test, to a mere test of strength between
Well,
two men.
I've seen videos on YouTube of like little scrawny guys going up against big muscular guys that would make Batista look like a casual, slapping each other to shit. And I'm sorry, that's fascinating to me.
Well, you're well good.
You might know the answer. Did Dana White not invent, but did he I guess invent the
co-op.
professional version
He
of it, or
co-op.
did he buy it or something?
Yes, there's good news for you, Charles. Yes, Dana White, correct, Damian. He co-opted That's what I like. That's the word I like to use. He
Slapping.
co-opted slap. You know, since slap this whole thing, and now it's. I think he would call. I think he calls it.
I'm sorry.
I think he calls it power slap. Yeah, he calls it power slap.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Some of these fucking videos on here. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh.
so yeah, good news for you. I tried to check it out because I seen it on social media and it was trash. Yeah, I seen females doing it initially. I seen a couple of females doing it at first, and it was trashy to me.
It was a plot line in one of the episodes of the newest Always Sunny season.
But I've started to see videos on what these slaps are doing to guys' faces. I mean, the way guys' faces get changed automatically after they get slapped. I mean, it is horrifying.
You get hit hard enough the right way, it can completely fuck up your entire structure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's horrifying. It is truly caveman type of. And
The
this
guy
is what,
looks like a cartoon character.
yeah. See, and look, this is Charles. He enjoys this. And
Ian over there.
TEE-HEE. No, this makes me more worried. This makes me more worried about our foray into idiocracy. I am just going to say it. I'm not saying that Charles is an idiot. I'm just saying for Charles to enjoy.
Idiocracy's stupid. Give him some slap boxing and he's fucking nearly dying.
No, this is not slap. No, this is not slap boxing. This is not.
Isn't that what they call it?
No, this is power slap. This is power slap. This is tantamount of like British and some other army like standing in front of each other, just shooting each other and seeing how many of their soldiers survive. Like it's that. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna let you smack me, and then if I can remain upright, you know, I'll try to smack you back, and you'll stand there.
What? Oh my god. It's like, what the hell?
It originated with drunk bitches in the club.
I really shouldn't be looking at stuff like this, but I'm sorry. It makes me laugh so much. Maybe I am like the patient zero that brings us into idiocracy.
It's certainly seeming that way.
It's like her. I like people slapping each other. Her.
Look, he fell down.
I mean, they did have the violence channel.
Oh my god.
Ow my nuts. Ow my nuts. Oh no, ow my balls. Now how many videos can we go on YouTube and see right now of guys intentionally crashing their balls?
Oh, well, actually,
Millions?
I mean, if you know where to
Tens of
look,
millions?
if you know where to look, I think you could find a decent amount. Because
Yes.
there are people that will upload that shit in a sneaky way with the right tags and the right like hiding like strategies, to where if you click a video with a thumbnail showing one thing and then you'll click it, you'll end up finding something that is like BDSM, like German shit.
How many times have you clicked on adorable snake? You can't believe how cute it is. And
Oh no, it was no. I was searching one day for a clip from Family Guy because I was in the mood to watch a clip from Family Guy. I don't remember what the clip was specifically, but I was like, "Oh, okay, this video seems like the one I'm looking for." So I clicked the video, and then I had to like tab out. The tab was like minimized. And I was looking at another web page or something, and then I hear something in my headphones that it's like, okay, that's not Family Guy. So I go back to the video, and the first thing I see is a dominatrix standing off camera where all you see is her legs in high heels and some sort of like latex skirt. and a German guy with a collar and a leash, and the dominatrix holding the leash, and the German guy is jerking himself off, and he is screaming repeatedly, "Ya, ya, ya." And I'm like, what the fuck? How is this on YouTube?
This is terrible. Thumbs up.
It's just like, I mean, this is not the video I clicked, and it's just like, I mean, I backed out, and I was like, maybe I
Maybe
got
if I click on it again, it'll be different. And I
Yeah.
did that about 10 to 12 more times.
no, I had to make sure I didn't misclick, and so I tried again, and I was like, oh no, this is the same fucking video. I was like, okay, I'm out. No, I'm out. It's just like,
Fool me once.
yeah. And I never went back. And now I am much more careful about what I click on YouTube. It's like what the fuck?
It's a minefield out there, people.
It's like, oh my god. It's like, what the hell? It's like, oh man. The shit that people will put on YouTube, and you never know what you'll find there. Oh man. Oh man. I will never forget that shit. That shit is singed into the back of my mind forever.
You might think that YouTube is a safe place. Coming up after
it's
the
not.
break, we've got Charles Whedon to tell you. You've been told wrong.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The more you know, motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh my god, I cannot believe that little story just like shut everybody up. Okay, so how about we get back to the conversation at hand now, because I don't want to think about fucking dominatrix German jerking himself off. Shit. I don't want to think about that anymore.
You don't? That's all I can think about. And it's
No, I
horrifying.
don't want to. I don't want to think about that, man. Come on. It took me years to forget about that shit, man. Come on.
Like, we don't kink shame, but Jesus, guys. What are you doing out there?
I mean, look, I hear the Germans are nice people, but I mean, goddamn, they're weird.
Yeah, we've also heard about, like, they make good sausages and meats and such, but we've also heard, the poop stuff.
Yes, even though that was not what I saw. It was just some
No,
weird
thank
guy
God.
that was really into BDSM.
Many such cases.
Yeah.
Anyway, back
Yes.
to Office Space.
Yes, back to Office Space, which we just keep off tracking, but
No, we should be pretty done with Office Space though.
okay.
I think so, yeah. I think
Yeah.
But if any closing words, that you want to impart on it,
Go ahead, Damian.
I was just going to say, I remember there being more Diedrich Bader, and there wasn't as much, and I was kind of sad.
Wait, which one was Diedrich?
He played his neighbor.
Oh, him. Okay, yeah, that's the guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Drew Carey show. He's done the voice of Batman in at least the Brave and the Bold animated series. Like, done a lot of stuff.
Wait, he's
Got a great
the voice
voice.
of Batman?
Yeah, and do you ever see the Brave and the Bold?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's a good series.
Yeah, I could definitely see him voicing Batman.
Yeah, he's got a very deep, sort of resonant voice. Worked well.
Yep.
And he's good at comedy, which that show was kind of like, wasn't straight up serious. It was a fun show.
Huh. But yeah,
sorry,
overall,
what were you going to say?
Overall, I really liked Office Space. I thought it was a good movie. I can definitely see myself going back to watch it again.
It deserves its place as a cult classic.
Yep, absolutely.
But it was, like I said again, it's definitely it was weirdly therapeutic for me seeing it and just really getting to what the crux of it was about again. It was about the corporate goofiness and everything like that, but at the core of it, it was about either like they just. I think for some people, it's just realizing different things, like maybe working for, what I'm saying, a better company, what I'm saying, or a company that's slightly different. The other way, I mean, hey, look, some people are always going to want to try to find work or try to find a way, what I'm saying, to get something better for themselves, and things like that. Some people just want to be able to get, what I'm saying, to a certain level of money to do nothing, as in Peter's case. But then it felt like that just really wasn't the life that he really wanted when it came out to it. It's just all about, it just came down to just living the life that you really, really want, and everything like that. And just, what I'm saying, and just kind of moving forward and letting things, what I'm saying, letting things work itself out, so, kind of like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of like that Peter found a job that he could really he could enjoy, I guess. Work in construction. Yeah, it seemed like that worked for him.
And that is the funny thing about this world is like like jobs like that where you're like, oh, that must be terrible. But if you're the right type of person, or even like hell, you might not even know you're the right type of person. You're like, yeah, this is my thing.
Yeah.
You don't know until you try something.
Mm-hmm.
So now we switch from the body to the brain.
Yeah, I'm
In a very twisted mind of Boy Cavalier.
Yeah, we're going into Alien Earth, and I'm just gonna say right now, I kind of wish Morrow had killed slightly. I do.
No. I wish they didn't make that guy who was supposed to be a scientist, what I'm saying, such a tree hugging idiot.
I mean,
You mean the guy that like the human?
Arthur. His name was
Yeah,
Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah.
The vessel.
I mean, whatever, you guys, we don't have to do this, guys. Come on, we'll work it out. Come on, let's hold hands and walk back. Let's walk back and I'll help you. Yeah, you're helping right now.
It was perhaps one of the only true examples of humanity we've actually seen this entire show, though.
I would definitely sympathize with Arthur because he was one of the few people at that entire island who cared for those kids. Like, he treated them as his own. And slightly betrayed.
Now that could. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Slightly betrayed and got him
Truly,
killed.
I mean, truly, yeah. I mean, there was a guy. There's a guy who's trying his.
Who's the other hybrid? Slightly and his friend.
Smee.
Me. Okay.
Oh, I was getting ready to say dynamite. Oh, okay. I'm not.
No, it's me. Fuck, I can't talk right now. The hybrids are named after prominent characters from Peter Pan.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember that one. And there's I still can't remember the New Zealander chick's name either.
Which one?
Dynamite.
The
no, dynamite. Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Yeah, dynamite.
No, it's dynamite.
Are you talking about the other scientist?
No, the one that was left behind when they all decided to skedaddle.
Curly.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
her. I didn't know that she was from New Zealand.
I remember.
This is the best place I've ever been.
That's the kind of girl right here.
So it's in her accent. Okay.
No, she uses what I'm guessing is a native accent.
See, that's the kind of girl that would be susceptible to a pervy pred. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Boy Sacalier.
I never got that impression from their interactions. I got like I mostly got an interest from her, but nothing romantic, nothing sexual. It was more like she was jealous of Boy Cavalier's interest in Wendy, and
That's how it
she
starts, man.
and
That's how it
she
starts.
she wants to
Mm-hmm.
replace Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
She wants
Mm-hmm.
to replace Wendy, but I don't see anything romantic or sexual from that. I don't.
You never do. You never do until you do. You
I
never
just
do
I
until you
just
do.
Now that's some hippie shit right there.
Ain't it?
I don't think that Boy Cavalier is going to lose interest in Wendy because of Wendy's unique skill to be able to communicate with the xenomorphs. Curly
Oh, was she?
cannot. Curly can't communicate with the xenomorphs. None of the other kids can.
But she's gonna show that she's gonna show that she doesn't have much interest in him though.
Oh,
I think.
Wendy already expressed that she doesn't want to help Boy Cavalier anymore. Oh, and speaking of which, that's another thing I want to bring up. It's just the thing, like, I already told Jim this. I didn't go into detail because I didn't want to spoil it for him. But I mean, now that he's not here and we've all seen the episode, I can talk about it. Uh, I am not sure how I feel about Wendy pretty much taking the xenomorph in as a pet. I just, I don't like that. It's,
What I
It's been
see,
beneficial for now. For now.
yeah, but what I
I
see
mean,
happening, but what I see happening is they're gonna get a read on. I don't know. They're gonna get a read. But see, see, there's a difference, man. There, like, do you? Hmm,
I mean, the
I would like to
reason
say there's a. Go ahead.
the reason why I bring this up is because have you guys seen Alien Resurrection?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay. Do you remember the scene at the beginning of Alien Resurrection when what's his name? The guy that played the voice of Chucky. I can't remember the actor's name.
Uh, uh, God damn it! Now you've made me forget. It's
Yeah,
infectious.
Charles Lee
Brad
Ray.
Dourif. Brad
Charles
Dourif.
Lee Ray. Oh, I'm sorry.
that's the character's name. I can't think of the actor's name.
Brad Dourif.
Brad Dourif. Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
name. Yeah, the whole thing that he's doing in that scene is he is trying to find a way to control the xenomorphs through pain conditioning. And now in this show, Alien Earth, we now have a way to control the xenomorphs through Wendy.
But
We have a way to control the xenomorphs through Wendy. So it's like, and this since this show is in the same universe as Alien Resurrection, what? Like seriously, what's going on? It's just like are they ignoring that? I mean,
Well, this would be
this creates an inconsistency.
yes and no, because we don't know how, how, if any word of this would ever get out, but also Resurrection is, I think, several hundred years later.
Uh, they would have to. They
So,
would
given that,
have
given that hybrids aren't a thing in any of the other ones, you kind of have to assume somewhere in this series, assuming it continues, hybrids stop being a thing.
possibly, and because
So, lost technology.
we've only ever seen synths in the other Alien content, but that doesn't mean that hybrids don't exist.
It's true. It's a vast, it's a vast universe out there.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like something about this just screams inconsistency, and I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. there needs to be some kind of explanation that leads into future movies at some point. Maybe not Alien Resurrection specifically, but it needs to have some kind of explanation.
Yeah, because I'm already sort of like I'm wondering how this is going to wrap up for the season. But assuming we get more, I do wonder where this series will go.
I don't know. I mean, I don't
Because
really
there are ways to, as I said, like there are ways to sort of correct what may seem an inconsistency.
Yeah, they could correct it, but I mean, as for like where they could take things, there's one path. Since we got one more episode left in the season, it's possible that they could end up capturing Wendy and Hermit, and that would be the end of the season, and then the second season would be them being experimented upon and being forced to like work in, like, I guess you could say, slavery in the second season. But they could only do that for so long. So I don't really see where how this show lasting very long. So I would say 2, maybe 3 seasons, and then after that, any longer than that, the show would just be filled with like pointless storylines, filler, or they would just cut their losses and cancel the show or
I
end
guess
the show.
I could almost see it being like not anthology, but getting to the point where like we get say 2 seasons with the characters we've currently got, and then shifting focus to something else in the universe.
Oh, so like you said, anthology, that could work.
Like sort of, and I guess anthology is the right word. But just like we only get a certain amount of time with the characters we've got, and that's their story told, and then we move on to maybe something connected, or just something else.
Yeah, I mean, an anthology could definitely work. And FX is known for doing anthology series.
Well, yeah, the main thing the creator of this show is known for is the Fargo anthology show. I know I'm not sure how involved he is in beyond season 1. I don't know if he was involved with everything, but at least season 1.
Wait, Fargo was an anthology series?
It's it was a movie originally back in the
Yeah, I
late
know.
90s. But it's an anthology series. I think only the first season actually takes place in Fargo, and is sort of a, I don't know if it's a retelling of the movie or parallel to I think it's sort of a retelling. I don't know. I've still got to get to it. It's got a great cast like Martin Freeman, fucking Billy Bob Thornton.
Mm.
Then it goes other places from there with the other ones.
And eventually they go to where they have the slap fight pioneer Chris Rock on Fargo.
I was gonna say because it wasn't even like maybe the newest season or the second newest season or something. I think
Something like that, yeah.
Bruce Campbell plays Reagan in one of them.
But I do want to say though, we did see that even the already formed xenomorph earlier on seemed to back off of her when they when it came up on her when it set the trap with her brother. So it does seem like they, not just the other one seems to respond, but there still but that's the thing though. There still seem to be this, what I'm saying, the still getting to know you type phase, even with this, even with the xenomorph that she connected with right from the beginning. So there still is that. There still is that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
this is that
like
possible.
are they maybe investigating as much as she is, sort of exploring this connection.
No, or I would even say that with the other ones, it would be more tenuous because they have no connection from the very beginning. They
Yeah,
have no they have no trust earned from the very beginning. Yeah, they notice something, but like I said, but maybe once they know that she, like I said, that's the thing. Like that's the thing that even in Resurrection, like once they noticed that the one xenomorph wasn't doing what they were doing, that that it was starting to comply more or whatever. That's when they realized that look, they could sacrifice him to go ahead and sacrifice that one to go ahead and make their escape. Because when they realized that look, he was starting to kind of he was starting to kind of bow, you know what I'm saying, bow knee, you know what I'm saying, to the situation. So maybe once they realize that she's not tearing everything apart that isn't them, then they'll realize that she's not them. But then again, as we seen in this last episode, she kind of does that. Well, not
they
the way that Nibs was doing it.
no, she I didn't expect like I figured she was gonna get violent again, but I didn't expect it to be beneficial, at least briefly. I thought that was gonna be a problem for the main characters. Not so much. The
But
problem for
see,
that Asian dude.
but see that's the thing though. Can okay, can a scenario be created? Can the black substance actually, actually infect her the way she could be transformed? Is that really possible? Because that could be a plot hole that could ruin this if they're going to try to make her the xenomorph goddess. What
Wait,
do you guys think?
uh, like the one you mentioned last week,
Say again?
the xenomorph goddess that you mentioned last week.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that she originated from a character named Lee?
Well, I'm not saying that Wendy
I'll be
is
back.
connected to Lee in any way, but in the comic, Lee was a black woman and she was bitten, she was stung by an insect that started her change, and eventually she became the xenomorph goddess as a result of that. What I'm saying, that insect that was, what I'm saying, that had been experimented on with that black substance,
Uh-huh.
but she was human also. So 100% to my knowledge from the comic. And of course we know that, Wendy is, and if we needed more proof from Nibs being shot, that she, what I'm saying, that they are not. So what I'm saying, could she actually be turned? Even with the, even if she was directly like infected with something that was treated with that black substance, could that be enough to change her, even though she is not an actual organic being?
Um, I'm not sure. I mean, I
I'm not saying they are going, but there has been rumblings. There has been YouTube, what I'm saying, chatter that's saying that they might be going for that angle. So I'm just saying I'm just basically discussing if they were going for that angle. I mean, could that be something that is possible? Because I don't think so. And if it's not, that could be something that could ruin this.
well, I mean, are you saying that they could? Are you saying that they are organic, or because I thought we already established that their minds are
Yeah.
the child, but their bodies are synthetic.
Yeah, we did establish that, but but for some reason, there is YouTube chatter that is saying that they somehow might try to go for an angle of saying that of trying to make Wendy the xenomorph goddess, and I'm just not sure how they would be able to pull
Okay,
that off.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. If they end up doing that, it's gonna ruin the show. And to be
Yeah.
honest, and to be honest, now that Disney owns the Alien and Predator franchise, I would not put it past them to do something like that, which is also why I'm not surprised that they took the storyline of making the xenomorphs relatable.
Well, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, take a look at what Wendy is doing communicating with the xenomorphs, turning the xenomorph into a fucking pet. I mean,
well, I mean, eventually you had to find some way. They had to find,
that is textbook Disney.
but they had to find, but they also had to find some way to finally show that the xenomorphs were not just mindless. Were not just
That's
mindless.
what they are.
Not yeah, but no.
They were designed to be weapons.
See, no, see, the lore is their harsh planet is what made them is what made their qualities a lot of what they were from what the lore says. Like the harsh planet, hard, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, toughen their skin, certain things, food scarce, and things like that, where they became more willing to like you know what I'm saying, become more biomechanical, you know what I'm saying, like ingest other things, you know what I'm saying, and basically was able to adjust themselves somehow. They were, I mean, they're quite a species. But
I don't know. If they turn her into the xenomorph goddess, yeah, that's gonna be dumb.
I don't
with
see it
her,
going that far.
yeah, because with her being a hybrid, it would just be a plot hole. You just can't glaze over. You can't, and no one watching it should ignore it. There's no way.
And
There's no.
the worst part of it is that if they end up going that route, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be celebrating it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. Like, look, if they go that route, and there's going to be and they turn Wendy into the xenomorph goddess, there's going to be people that will be celebrating that.
Celebrating the death of this series when it was really starting to get motion. They would celebrate that.
No. They'll be thinking that Wendy becoming the xenomorph goddess is a good thing.
Oh man,
Yeah.
and not realizing that there's there's no biology that thing can work with a sin. I mean, it's are we
Yeah,
serious?
that this is a term that we like to call in the salt community as Disney shill.
But wait a second. Oh, wait a fucking second. We're forgetting. Oh man, we are forgetting a crucial point. Why she's even able to communicate with these fuckers to begin with, guys. Apparently, he was able to do something with this damn synth body, the where it had the where you know what I'm saying, the where she has the where she has some kind of connection with them, some sort of DNA, some sort of something. Like, oh man, like now it's becoming an even realer possibility they might jump this shark. I'm just realizing that now. It's a real possibility they could jump this shark.
It's possible, but I don't think so. I predict no. I hope no.
But I'm just thinking, like, when I'm thinking about the fact that they made such a thing about her having this out of nowhere, and everybody acting like they don't know how she has it. Like who? So is somebody lying? Let's ask that question then. Let me ask that one. Is someone lying and acting like they don't know how she's able to communicate with the xenomorphs? Is someone lying?
Well, I mean, no one involved with her programming or design seems to know how she does certain things. That's for
So
sure.
so this
Like, remember
boy.
when she was keeping a watch on her brother, and she was like, tapping into all these things, all these cameras all over the wherever the fuck, and they're like, how is she doing that? I don't know. Nobody seemed to know.
But seriously, so you don't think Boy Sackalier knows has some idea about how this is?
If anyone's lying, it's him, because he expressed disbelief at what she was able to do, things that he didn't expect her to be capable of doing. So yeah, if anyone's
Same
full of
same
shit, it's him.
same surprise when it came to her being able to communicate.
Yeah, from memory, he expressed disbelief at that too. So yeah, if anyone's putting on an act about like, oh, how could this happen? It would be him.
But is it believable?
I think so. I took it as he genuinely didn't know.
Really? How about you, Charles? Did you believe that he truly was surprised by the fact that she could communicate with the xenomorphs?
I thought I didn't really notice a surprise or lack of surprise. It just when like you're talking about the scene where the Wayland Yutani soldiers showed up and like pointing their guns at them in the jungle, right?
No, this was before. Like going back when we sort of first discovered she could even make the sounds required to communicate.
Uh
Do you believe that Boy Sackalier was truly surprised by that?
I thought you were talking about her brother. Oh, uh, Bo- Boy Cavalier being surprised but not surprised. I
I
believe
rem-
he. I
I
believe he
remember him being
saw.
like, "Oh shit!" Like,
I believe
what the fuck?
he suspected that she could communicate with them.
I just don't believe that that's something that just kind of happens by accident, by happenstance. Somebody's either been dealing with this before, had some sort of DNA from one of these things, somehow, some way, what I'm saying, from other situations, or that they have some of this black substance. One or the other. There's no way that this girl organically gets her consciousness, transplanted into a synth body and then automatically has an ability to connect with the xenomorphs, and nobody else does. Which, by the way, guys, I
But
want to make
again,
sure that
sorry, it's not even just that though. She can do all sorts of things the other ones can't.
yeah, but Nibs can kick much ass at a superhuman rate and is
Oh,
dynamically
sure, but
athletic, just
I
like
mean
she
on a
is.
more of a less on like a base level, more on like a she's able to interact with and just do
I
things that
mean,
the others
yeah,
aren't capable of.
I know all the hacking stuff that she did, and even letting the damn thing out, and even letting I'm sorry, and even letting the xenomorph out, her pet out. But what I'm saying is, like, that to me is, I mean, he as a cyborg was able to do certain things. Morrow as a cyborg was able to do certain things. Even being still human, he was able to do certain things with his, with his cybernetic arm and things like that. Like, so, in these advances and what things that people are doing with things and bodies and things that are not human bodies, You know what I'm saying? You could almost say that that is almost limitless the things that can be done. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I mean, but I just don't believe that when you're talking about being able to connect to a xenomorph like that, like there's something specific. We're learning that now. Even going on YouTube myself to get some refreshers. You're learning that now. Even that blue mist is like you know what I'm saying? It's like a damn. It's like a tingle on a spider web line that lets them know there's something. You know what I'm saying? That something is in there. You know, and things like that. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's all of these things that show you that certain, you know what I'm saying, that it's either say that you have to have a real, like, clued in, locked in DNA connection. And the only one who ever had that in that way was Ripley, because she was cloned with that, you know what I'm saying, with that alien DNA.
Yeah.
So I just, I don't know. I mean, like I said, and they tried to see, and the thing that's getting me even worried, getting me even more worried, is that the lore on Ripley at that point in Resurrection is that the reason why the human, the sort of hybrid, in xenomorph, in a way, the more hybrid, the more human looking xenomorph kind of saw Ripley as its mother, was because she was supposed to be like the queen, like the queen, the xenomorph queen, you know what I'm saying, or having that bloodline lineage in her. So that was,
you're talking about the hybrid creature at the end of Resurrection.
yes.
Okay.
The lore on the lore, the reason why it saw immediately her, regardless of the fact of coming out of that queen, that it still saw Ripley, as his mother, was because she was a queen also, or she came from that queen DNA also, and that may be more directly connected to, and maybe more directly connected to that particular xenomorph than the queen that actually gave birth to it. And so, and that's the reason why he trusted her implicitly, right from the beginning, so I'm like the fact that even at first coming out, that thing was already starting to connect with her. It starts to get me worried that they're trying to kind of recreate that same thing. And if that's the lore on Ripley, what's the lore? What's going to be the lore on Wendy?
So are you saying that you think Wendy is going to end up in a similar situation than Ripley in the hybrid in Resurrection?
I'm feeling like they're already doing that, in the way of maybe her lineage isn't as strong. Maybe the DNA but isn't as strong, but somehow she's making a connection in a way, almost in the way that Ripley did, but it wasn't as immediate. But I mean, she's now got that thing following and basically and watching out and helping it as it goes along.
I don't think it's that. I think what the relationship between Wendy and the xenomorph is just, it can all be boiled down to simple animal imprinting. I think that's what it is.
That's kind of the vibe I was getting.
But if she couldn't communicate, their clicks, you know what I'm saying, would that, you know what I'm saying, would that imprinting mean anything?
Oh no, like that's integral to it. But
yeah,
well now, even I had to double check myself, because what clicking was Ripley doing?
I think what was going on with Ripley and the hybrid, it was more like an instinct between a child and its mother. That's what it was.
Whereas, yeah, this is like she can communicate with it, and it's been the only communication this thing has had since basically inception,
Yeah. I mean, it's
since it
kind of.
popped
I
out.
would. I would trump this up to between Wendy and the Xenomorph to like my relationship with my cat. Basically, my cat has imprinted on me. Every time my cat sees me, it makes like a look, and it gets like super happy every time it sees me. And when I tell it to jump up on my bed, I like snap my fingers and point at my bed. It knows my cat knows what to do when it jumps up on my bed. Yes, I have trained my cat to jump up on my bed when I want it to.
What's Fennel's body count at this point?
What?
So, what's Fennel's body count at this point?
No comment.
It's pretty good though. It's pretty good.
Yep.
But folks, I think it's clear to see that I don't think too much of the old boy Cavalier there. You know,
Oh
I
no, yeah,
think
yeah.
that he's
Boy Cavalier kind of showed a little bit of what he's doing. Also, speaking of which, Boy Cavalier when he's communicating with the eye, and he starts showing it the like the number of pi, and we start to see that the eye is actually intelligent and understands the number of pi.
and
Uh
but even more than that, understands English.
yeah, understands English. Yeah. Um And then when they were talking about how they were going to put the eye in a person, and the guy was saying like, "Oh, I'll compile a list." And then as he walks away, Boyd Cavalier says like, "Oh, I'll know who I'll give the eye to." And I'm like,
And cut
"Yeah,
to.
you're going to give it to the guy that just walked away."
I was thinking in his mind he was going to give it to the brother,
Oh, the
just
brother?
based on the cut, because it
Oh,
cut from that to their group, and he was right front and center.
you know what? I didn't think about that.
But so you consider him low IQ?
I don't, because
But
Boy
see,
Cavalier,
You know what?
100%.
Now that I think about it, because now that the brother is back in their custody, yeah, it is
Like,
very possible that they would give him the eye.
I don't
because he
like
has
him, his problem, and in Boy Cavalier's mind, he's 100% low IQ.
Yeah.
huh,
Oh
but
man.
but you see when he tried to confront the other scientists, you know what I'm saying, the wife, and his very cartoonish way of leaning into her, you know what I'm saying, to question her about it. It's just so, oh God, it's so performative. And then as if he couldn't, as if it wasn't cringy and douchey and yeah, that's you enough. Be useful. Oh God. Oh God. To fucking why am I forgetting his
Kirsch.
name? Huh?
Kirsch.
Yes. Be useful. Like, oh God, yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. That's so you.
I'm still wondering exactly what his motive is. Like he's good
Like I
at
said,
he's good at doing doing the boss's bidding, but I feel like there's more to what he's doing.
like I told you, he wants to create a situation where can the boy genius handle himself when shit goes critical mass? Like, can you handle yourself? We can do this battle of wits things all day long, but when it comes down to really to really being in the thick of it, can you know what I'm saying? Can your brains get you, you know what I'm saying, get you to where you know what I'm saying, where you need to be? You know,
I love
when you got a xenomorph in front of you, you know what I'm saying, what will that IQ do for you?
I love that scene when he busts busts quote unquote, like he knew exactly where they were and what they were doing, but when Slightly and Shmi that right? Did I remember that
Schmooly.
right?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
just just say she's
Slightly
Schmooly.
and Smee.
Okay, slightly and schmooly. When he busts them, he's like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Sorry, no. I mean, why are you going that way? Take the elevator." I was like, what's this about? And then ultimately, it's like, okay, he was sort of watching their movements and basically leading him to capturing the little xenomorph.
My goodness. I'm just trying to tell you, like this thing is. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, all we can say is, I've said my theories before, and so all we're looking at now is, just and the way I look at it. I mean, again, art is objective. You can
I mean,
people.
subjective.
Oops, did I do the reverse bullshit on that? I was thinking, did I do that? God
You did.
damn. Okay, my bad. But
I
basically,
didn't even want to be the actually guy, but it seemed necessary.
but basically, what I meant to say, though fucking up the wordplay, was that people will look at a certain thing and take what they want from that particular situation, and I, like I said, some people might look at, I mean, but because some people look at certain things as a parallel or a look into life or being able to deal with the story in a certain way without directly doing a movie that forces people to face up to the real, what I'm saying, facts of a situation. So, it's just a way of saying that somebody that's somebody that's different from everybody else, you know, is being, what I'm saying, is being looked at as a big commodity, what I'm saying, for the big corporations and everything like that. It's just, I'm saying, depending on whose eyes looking at it, what I'm saying, they may look at it, they may look at this a certain way, especially in this. I think in the movies, it was less of a conversation about that. But I think with the TV show now, it's now being laid out more to where now you can kind of see, a little bit of what's happening here, to be quite honest with you. Where we kind of really draw back to, it, like, let me put it to you like this. I guess to put it to you this way. Under exceptional circumstances, my hot take is that under exceptional circumstances, were we only able to see the black characters of Morrow and Smooly, Sick Kid, Cyborg, Space Crew black female in a flashback, but they were dispatched quickly because they were all so freaking dumb. So that's where we kind of have with this, and no other leadership or anything like that features those people. So I'm just saying. Just saying. It seems like white and the white adjacent, aka Asians, are like at the forefront of this. Just saying. Hopefully we see more and more layers uncovered, but I'm just saying this is what I'm seeing now. And then I see the xenomorphs and how they're represented, and everything like that. And even what's going on now, it's just like it. I'm gonna say it because it was actually a thing. It was actually a documentary, and Jane Goodall. I mean, hey, much respect to her, but it's very much Gorillas in the Misty to me. You feel what I'm saying?
No, but purely because I don't know what that is. I know the song, but I don't know the
No,
documentary.
what fucking song?
Wasn't there a song "Gorillas in the Mist"? Well, like wasn't
The
gorillas. It was
lynch mob. The lynch mob. Oh, Jesus Christ, David.
it's from the '90s.
That's the lynch mob. That was a song from the lynch mob.
It
Oh
was in
God.
San
Okay.
Andreas. The
It
game, not
was
that
with a
ridiculous movie.
Z. With a Z though. With a Z. Okay.
I'm
With a
just saying
Z.
that's the only thing I know by that title. I don't know about
Which
I know of the documentary, but I have
it
no
speaks
idea
of it speaks of an
about
anthropologist.
it.
But okay, no problem. No, oh, no problem. I got you. But the actual Gorillas in the Mist, the real spell word, the proper spell word, it features is a documentary about a famed anthropologist Jane Goodall, who goes out into the jungle and actually spends a great deal of time with a gorilla family that was out there. It's almost like one of those things like ET. Almost everyone's seen it or at least heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
But yeah, that's but that's what it kind of feels like to me. I feels like it just feels like Wendy's Jane Goodall and the Xenomorphs are the gorillas.
With an S, not a Z and a UI.
Could be Z. Could be Z. I'm just saying. Just it's all about how you look at it, is all I'm saying.
I'm too white to answer these kinds of questions.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you are not, David.
Okay,
No,
okay,
you
I'll
are
rephrase.
not.
I'm too white to understand these kinds of questions. Is that better?
Yeah. Same here.
Come on, guys. You shortchange yourself on this. Come on. You are shortchanging yourself. I wouldn't even discuss it with you guys if I felt that way. Trust me. There are people, you know me. You know me. You guys have known me for quite some time. You know there are people that I would not discuss, that I would not have this discussion with at all.
Oh yeah.
You guys know that. So if I'm having this discussion with you, it's because I know you guys could handle it. And it wouldn't be a thing of why you got to make everything about race. You know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, look. Like, let me put it to you like this real quick. Let me just put it to you like this. And again, folks, this show is being brought to you by, of course, Damian J. Rogers Network on YouTube, but also Mainframe Magazine LLC. That's right. Excuse me, Mainframe Multimedia LLC. We recently made our official change, so thank you, hooray, yay us! But we recently made our change to Mainframe Multimedia LLC. That's right. We are an LLC, limited liability corporation. That's right. I don't take a lot of the liability, but I am a corporation and I can sue and I can litigate. So things I say, if you hear them, don't think that because I'm just some YouTube guy or whatever, or just some black guy doing content, that I cannot sue you for taking my intellectual property. I can and will. Thank you. All right. Now that said,
I'm just just some YouTube guy doing content. I'm just some black guy doing content. I love the little, just to make sure, none of those things, you fucks. I will sue. Don't fuck with me.
yes, definitely. That LLC is there for a reason, folks. Do not doubt it. I pay every year for it. Don't doubt that.
You know, it makes me think of that quote from that movie where, it's from Fanboys, I think, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Where there's a guy in the movie, his name is Hutch, and he says, "I will sue you."
Oh my God.
Now, of course, the context of that quote is that his landlord is threatening to evict him, and he says like, "No, you can't evict me. I have renters' rights." And his landlord says, "You don't pay rent." And he says like, "I will sue you." Yeah,
Still never seen that movie.
it's a good movie if you're a Star Wars fan.
I am, but it's also written by Robert Klein, who no, Ernest Klein, who wrote the Ready Player One books, which
Oh, you see, so you mean that Ernest goes to jail? Oh no,
no,
okay.
sadly no.
No, okay. But look, real quick, I said that to say that, like, for example, when I think about race sometimes and how it can be used to make things more creative. Like, honestly, I've been thinking a lot about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, take Jekyll and Hyde, for example. Like, think about Jekyll and Hyde when Dr. Jekyll is a black doctor and scientist in Jim Crow, you know what I'm saying, in Jim Crow South, and he's constantly getting bullied and intimidated. You know what I'm saying? What would make a man create a serum that turns him into a brutal, unrelenting, you know what I'm saying, maniacal monster? Hmm? I wonder what make a black Dr. Jekyll do that, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like everything isn't about race, but sometimes if you do it the right way, it could be fun. It could be made into a way that black trauma gets visited upon the people that deserves to receive it. That when that guy takes that elixir and he goes out into the night and he finds, you know what I'm saying, and he finds some guys in white robes either, you know what I'm saying, either beating their wives or fucking a cow or something, he does what he does, I'm just saying. Damn, did it get too dark here? Did it get a little too dark?
Say, wait, there were cow fuckers and bigots? My God.
Yeah, you remember the movie Porky's? You ever seen the movie Porky's?
Where does it end?
You ever seen,
yes,
you ever seen the movie?
but not for like 20-something years.
I remember the one kid, the one wild card, Tommy Jarvis. He said it to some Klan guys. Hey guys, where'd you go? Aren't you supposed to be somewhere either, beating your wives or fucking the sheep? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's where I got that from initially. I'm like, okay, yeah, so that's
Deep cuts.
I'm always gonna Tommy Jarvis said it, so I'm always gonna believe that about them.
Hey, wasn't it Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th?
Yep.
I thought, okay. I'm not crazy.
Which
not in this
Friday the 13th?
What? Come on, guy.
Various ones.
Pop quizzing, are we? Jeez. God, I'm blanked. I am blanked on the Tommy Jarvis arc. I know he was. I know he definitely was.
Like, was it 2, 3, and 4, or 2, 4, and 5, something like that? I forget exactly.
Well, there was one where he dipped out, because I know there was one where he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And then he was out, and then he wanted to make sure that Jason was dead because he's gone stir crazy by that time.
Yeah, I forget exactly.
Because he had gone plumb loco by that time. It seems he's got to go there and just make sure he's dead. We're going to dig him up. We're going to dig him.
I found out which ones he's in. He is in the final chapter, A New Beginning. Jason Lives.
So that would mean
5, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, 4, 5, and 6.
Wow. Yeah, I thought this arc was more connected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, digging him up didn't go so well.
Because you got to eliminate the first one, because that's not Jason. The first one was his mom, so you got to eliminate that first one. The technical first one starts at Starts at the sequel.
Apparently he's been portrayed by 3 different actors.
Thought it was 2, but okay, 3.
No, he's been played by 3 different actors: Corey Feldman, John Shepard, and Tom Matthews.
For some reason, I was thinking 2 of them were Corey Feldman.
No. Well, they flash back to him. They flash back to his younger version when he did the initial killing. Then they deal with him being in the mental or was it the retreat thing? I think it was a retreat thing. Yeah, that's what it was. That whole bad kids retreat or twisted kids retreat.
Yes, it's like it's sort of a more vacation-y version of a mental hospital, I guess.
But
you don't have your padded walls, but
yeah, and you damn sure don't have the orderlies to keep the kid that what I'm saying that would actually use an axe other than chopping wood. What I'm saying? I mean, and then when you write, and then no one's recognizing that when he tried, here comes the fat kid doing something that you would never think a kid like that would ever do, and that's share his candy bar. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker chops it, without hesitation. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, where's the orderlies? Where's the orderlies in this open hospital? Where are the orderlies at? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is how this guy was looking. Where are the orderlies?
Okay, now kind of speaking of this, but it's by a very loose connection. So Brian Fuller, who did fucking Hannibal, was meant to be doing Friday the 13th, then dropped out. Have any of you seen the trailer for his new movie Dust Bunny?
No.
With Matt Mickelson.
Looks
like it could be fun.
This is where we need. This is where I got to catch you guys right here on air, because I think people will agree, and I think if you look at our videos, our previous videos, our previous episodes, you'll see that the visual aid, I think it helped to boost our numbers a little bit. So when you bring up these ideas and then you put a little bit of visual aid to it, that's like that's like a new. I think I was loving that. It was boosting our numbers. If like I said, if not, give me my access back, because I'll be more than happy to provide the visual aid, no problem. Even when it comes to your idea, I'll look it up and I'll pull it up for us. I don't care. I'll be the Vanna White. I'll turn the letters. I'll do it.
Well, when we're done with this, I think I sent you the email at some point, but I'll send it to you again and sign in, because I'll get a code and then I'll send that to you.
Okay.
Because I was going to send a couple trailers, including that to Charles. I just remembered, because I can't pull them up on my phone, but Charles could have pulled them up, but I completely forgot.
Wow.
Was that and a show that looked like could be interesting. It was a Kevin Bacon show called The Lowdown that's coming out, I think, a little bit later
because his other show, which was that show where he played the bondsman, that got
Demon
canceled.
Bounty Hunter. Yeah, like
that got canceled.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it definitely was nowhere near. Like, it was much more tame than I expected. It was entertaining enough, but I thought it was going to go full like Ash versus Evil Dead, just kind of crazy, and it really never got there.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about what do you guys think about if the actress that we all know was, what would you think if her name was Laura Jean Witherspoon?
So instead of Reese, it's Laura Jean.
What do you think about that?
And who are we talking about?
Think about the last name. Female actress. Think about the last name.
Okay.
I said it already, but you weren't listening. No one cares what I say.
Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. Oh, god damn it.
So what would you think? Would she seem as Hollywood starlet if her name was Laura Jean?
Oh, more so.
More so?
It definitely. Well, it's more of a classic kind of Hollywood name, but even still, it has more. I would
Well, I
say it
mean,
has more something to it.
Hmm.
Reese Witherspoon is still a household name because people like I was talking to Damian about this earlier. Well, not Damian. Wait, I wasn't talking about Damian.
Who, me?
I was talking to Jim about this earlier. I was talking to Jim about Peter Dinklage, and it's just Peter Dinklage is a recognizable name. Like
It's unique.
it's unique, and even his look is unique. So I mean, even though Reese Witherspoon is like pretty typical in regards to her appearance, she's attractive, she's blonde, whatever, but it's her name that's recognizable. It's her name that is iconic. It's like, oh yeah, I know Reese Witherspoon. Ha!
Okay,
It's just,
but again, but what I'm saying is, if she did all the same things as Laura Jean, would it not be as good? Would it not be as good because she's Laura Jean Witherspoon instead of Reese?
is that her actual name?
It's all her name.
Wait, her name isn't Reese Witherspoon.
Yes, it is.
Wait, now I'm confused. Are you saying this in a theoretical, or is her middle? Is it Reese Laura Jean Witherspoon? And you're
Nope.
saying if she dropped the
Nope.
Reese?
Reverse it. Reverse
Okay,
it.
so it is. So it is a pure theoretical. Wait, so it's Laura Jean Reese Witherspoon?
Yes.
God damn, she's getting towards fucking Kiefer Sutherland territory. That dude's got like 15 names.
And see, but see, she didn't think like you thought, Damian, that Laura Jean Witherspoon would just seem so like, and I see I see where you're going with that. When I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that is kind of like wow.
Okay,
Like think
why?
about that Laura, like think about that Laura Jean, think about that Laura Jean Witherspoon. Like, oh my, oh that's kind of woo.
It's very
Okay,
kind of classic Hollywood.
all right. I have to ask, like, why are we bringing up Reese Witherspoon?
Because ironically enough, while we're talking about Office Space, Jennifer Aniston was in. I saw a headline from Newsbreak about Jennifer Aniston being in disbelief over Reese Witherspoon's real name. Ha, gotcha. And we're back to Office Space.
Oh no, such a crazy segue. What am I going to do? Absolutely nothing.
Admire my cleverness.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what you
not
should
gonna
do.
happen. That's not gonna happen.
Kneel and respect my authority of cleverness.
Whatever you say, Cartman. Yeah, but
So
but
Kiefer Sutherland has 5 names in between those 2 names.
wait,
Do you want to
hold on,
guess what they are?
hold on. I'm looking it up.
Don't look it up. It's a game. Guess.
Shecky Shabazz Jenkins Sutherland.
Nope. Charles?
What is it?
Mo, Larry, and Curly Sutherland.
See, at least Stone's playing the game. You're no fun, Charles.
Okay. So his name is.
He's got Kiefer and Sutherland. First name, last name. There's
Okay,
5
Kiefer-
names in between that.
Kiefer Buchos Gali Sutherland.
Okay, all right. So his name is Samson Bobby Boo Georgie Boy.
Ooh.
Uh,
So-
Eddie Dickinson Greg.
You were kind of close on one of them.
He's the original Bobby Boucher.
Okay.
It's-
All right, what are the names?
Kiefer, William, Frederick, Dempsey, George, Rufus, Sutherland.
Holy
Okay.
fucking shit! Really?
So you were close on Georgie.
Oh, he said okay, but he said Bobby Boo. I was like, damn, he's the original Bobby Boucher.
Look, wait, hold on. No, Bob is a nickname of Richard, right? No,
And-
that's Dick.
No, yeah.
And you said Eddie, which is kind of close to Frederick, but I don't know if I'll give you that
Oh,
one. But still,
and by
Georgie and George, that's fucking
and by the way, a little retro action
6-1
here.
and a
That's
5.
and a little retro action here. That's Dick, no Diddy, okay? No Diddy.
No Diddy.
We're back to that. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. You just said that's Dick. I'm like, no Diddy, no Diddy.
Why does he have such a long name?
I don't know.
Because
It's
because
something I found out
Donald.
about like a few years ago or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck? Why?
I also didn't know
Did
that
I hear
his-
Donald in there?
No.
There was no Donald in those middle names.
William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus.
Okay, well then Donald must have some people that he really wanted to honor through Kiefer's name.
Yeah, because he's Donald Sutherland is just Donald McNichol Sutherland. Just, regular 3-name. And his mother, Shirley Jean Douglas. So yeah, it's got to be something like that. He's the only one with 7 names, or 6 and a last name.
Hold on, and what are those names again? Say it again.
Okay, Kiefer, William, Frederick, Dempsey, George, Rufus, Sutherland.
I'm just trying to think of. I was just trying to get them again and trying to see if there's anything that's going to click to me as to why those names were. But again, I'm nowhere near as old as President Snow, so I wouldn't know what that was about. Just like I wouldn't have known that there was trust me, I had no idea that there still exists a Peter Pan book like that old looking. And you know what I'm saying, and on the alien, like as they depicted on Alien Earth. I never realized that. So someone who is essentially supposedly 20 years old, I just don't think that they would even be aware of that or care, as you know what I'm saying, about that. And then the thing that's funny to me, to read that book, and it seems to have the energy and the feel of maybe telling the real or the dark history or the dark story on Peter Pan. I just don't understand why he would value that book so much, unless he truly embodies that dark side of Peter Pan, and he knows it.
Well, as far as it being old, that's sort of like, that can happen whenever. It's almost like, someone in their teens now getting obsessed with the original series of Star Trek, which is fucking, nearly 60.
But you're never going to try to go. But if you had the option of getting the VHS tape of fucking, you know what I'm saying, Star Trek The Next Generation, or even Star Trek the original series, but you could get it in DVD, would you really get the fucking VHS tapes?
Me personally, no. I would
See that,
try and get 4K, but you do get people who in an odd way, like VHS, vinyl, fucking even tapes have made an odd little kind of comeback.
But for
It's very niche, but still, there are people out there who, for whatever reason, that I guess that's probably more a nostalgia thing to a point with tapes and VHS. Vinyl less so. That's still one of those things where it's like,
exactly.
But
exactly my point, Damian.
Time,
nostalgia though.
But when I was a kid, I used to read like old books and whatnot. Watch
like
old
what?
movies.
Like what? That wasn't assigned to you in school.
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but I know they existed because they were old. I don't even know where the copies came from. Probably Goodwill or something.
They were old in its way, like The Outsiders was old in its way, but I wouldn't have been turned on to Edgar Allan Poe if it wasn't for school, though. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, known about him like that if it wasn't for school. That's where the initial spark came from. You know, because
with Edgar Allan Poe, we never covered that in school.
Say again.
Something else, I can't remember where my interest in Edgar Allan Poe and stuff like that came from, because it was definitely not a school thing.
Well, it wasn't like an assignment, but it was just like when you're looking through literature, people and things like that, and you're in English class, and then all of a sudden I saw Edgar Allan Poe, and I saw the different ways that he told stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? He made, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, what always grabbed me about him was that it was a level of supernatural shit in there, but it was also a certain level of like personal journey in the situation, you know, one way or another, with the Raven, from the Raven to the Telltale Heart to, you know, you know what I'm saying, the Headless Horseman. There's always, you know what I'm saying, there's always like, there's more times than not, there's always like some supernatural shit, but also like a personal journey, you know what I'm saying, for the main character in that situation somehow, some way. Like you could make it about the Headless Horseman, but it was about Ichabod Crane getting over his fears and not being such a scaredy cat, and actually being the one that took on the one thing that made everybody in the town scared. It was about the guy who killed someone having to deal with the guilt of having killed someone and putting them in the basement of his own home. You know, it was a man dealing with the obsession and the loss and the grieving of, you know what I'm saying, of his love, and being driven into madness, you know what I'm saying, because of it, by also this Raven who seemed to be able to talk. So, you know, it's just that whole mixture of dealing with real things in the midst of that super, that he was a real pioneer in that. I think you see people in movies try to do more of that now, you know, or more of that. And I'll probably say in the last, I'll probably even say a couple of decades or so. I'll probably even venture to say that, maybe. I mean, I hope I'm not being too.
No, that seems about right.
Okay, good. I was hoping so, but yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what really grabbed me to Edgar Allan Poe. It was like, so it wasn't like, you know, really an assignment. They wasn't dropping them right in my face. I mean, that would have been great, but it was like you were looking around and you seen certain literary people that, you know, so that, yeah, it was like, and it's just right. It was more than just like, I've always liked horror, for one, but it was also the way he kind of just dealt. The Mask of the Red Death was just, it was horror in a way that was weird, and it was paranoia, and it was just like that you hear about somebody coming. Who's this person? I mean, it's just the way he told certain stories and the way it weaved into like real life and society and how people were and things like that, and dealing with their own mortality and their own sins, and somebody and basically a real actual devil coming to collect, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. It's just like the stories the story he was able to weave together from like this, the supernatural, the horror world, and being able to kind of deal with real human, you know, emotions and interactions and everything like that. It's just like, it was always, like I said, he was definitely a pioneer of what we're seeing in content right now, for sure.
I'm just
Well,
thinking
dang,
back.
at least,
No,
at least, at least in
I'm kind of
the, at least
having
in
a.
the, at least in the pause would have been great. I mean, that was a great heartfelt speech about a great literary
Yeah,
giant here. I mean,
it
I'm
was
just saying.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It
I
was
was just
beautiful, so beautiful. I'm totally not doing something nefarious at the moment.
oh, but I
Okay.
was just I was kind of
Wait.
spacing out, just thinking back of the good old days of going to the library and just looking in the horror section, just picking stuff out. Read a lot of shit, but read a lot of great stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, and real quick, I just want to say on a side note, Charles. Well, if you spank it that hard, you know, you might hurt yourself. Okay. But anyway, I definitely felt like I definitely also felt like Vincent Price also felt the same way that I felt about, you know, about Edgar Allan Poe's works, which I think why he had a lot to do with a couple of different stories that, you know, so that he had told and everything like that. We're bringing them to life in the movies and everything like that. the most notable one is the Pit and the Pendulum.
Never seen that one. Always wanted to dive more into Vincent Price movies. I've seen a bunch over the years, but he did so
You
many fucking movies.
you have I Am Legend. That was a
Yeah,
Vincent
it
Price
was.
movie eventually.
It was. Damn, what was it called? Last Man on Earth.
And the thing about it is, the thing about Vincent Price that I loved is that he understood like how to, like, something like that is creepy. Something like what he was experiencing already was creepy. But do you guys remember what he did? What he did to make it even creepier?
Okay, so he's at home. He's supposedly the last man on Earth, but he's getting knocks on the door every night with people
Yeah.
begging to get in.
No. Not just, they're calling
Not
his
not
name.
begging necessarily.
No,
Yeah, like
they're calling his
almost trying
name.
to. Yeah, I guess almost trying to draw him out, rather.
They're calling his fucking name. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, man? Every goddamn night they come to his house calling his goddamn name. Like, that's crazy.
And I watched that not too long ago. Holds up really well. When I say not too long ago, I mean, probably a couple of years, 2 or 3 years or something like that, but still, holds up well.
So yeah, I mean, for that, because I know the origin and the classic history of Edgar Allan Poe, to know that there was a book that existed that had his works in it. Yeah, I would be all over that. I would like, is there any way that I could get something or one of those, or this is a whole big thing, like how to, whatever. But for someone that's supposedly 20 years old, I'm just saying, me at 20 years old, to know certain things that maybe I was like you would really have to tell me, like, it would just have to be like anything that I watched as a movie or as a TV show. I'm not going to, I mean, unless it really had an effect on me seriously, where I might want to see the book, but the easy book that seems to reflect more of the movie, not something that seems old and doesn't have any pictures in it at all. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that essentially 20-year-olds are like kids like that, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just thinking back. I did do Frankenstein in high school.
Okay. But see, the thing about it is like it's almost like the Bible.
I read by myself.
It's almost like the Bible. Like, everybody's read the Bible, but there's like different and older and weirder versions of the Bible that I have never really laid my eyes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I've got the one I've got is like whatever, probably the most recent version, I guess. I got like probably 15, 20 years ago by some kind of loony lady who was going around handing them out door to door.
Oh, really? Okay.
And she wasn't loony because she was religious. She was just a bit odd.
She was loony because she was handing out the books.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, not selling them, but handing them out.
Yeah,
like you must read this version of Frankenstein.
No, not Frankenstein. The Bible.
Oh. Okay, but see, I
wish people would go to door to door handing out fucking classics.
Damian, I was just making an example. Of the Bible, that there are different versions of it. Like, that's all I was saying. Like,
I'm sorry, I got confused because sometimes I don't speak so good, and then other people get.
I'm sitting here like, God, he got a version of Frankenstein that was written 20 years ago from some crazy lady that was just giving them out. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, Australia is like, what the hell goes on in Australia?
It's even wilder than we thought over there, or down there, or wherever the fuck that fucking that insane land is.
I swear to God, I seriously was thinking like, God damn, there's some crazy lady out here giving out copies of fucking Frankenstein written 20 years ago. Like, what the fuck? That is the most amazing story I've ever heard. word. Like, what the hell? Like, who in the hell? I like to meet the lady. Who in the hell does that? Like she got to be loony because she's giving out she's giving out copies of Frankenstein, not selling them. She's giving out copies. Jesus,
Must be rich and crazy, giving books away. Well, she's stealing them.
still, I sell them. You got
Yeah, it's like that-
Frankenstein. You got Frankenstein. You got copies of Frankenstein. Stealing or no, you got to sell those.
I was going to say that's a Bible down here, but that's the novelization of Crocodile Dundee. Never mind.
Good day, mate. The story of Crocodile Dundee.
That's not a book. This is a book.
Oh, that's what it's called?
What?
Oh, tell me that's not what it's called.
What?
That's not a book. This is a book.
No. I said, never mind. What the fuck are we doing?
No, just to be clear, it's not right. There's no such book as that, right?
I mean, I kind of want to look it up now. I'm just going to Google, that's not a book. This is a book. Let's see what comes up.
There's no way. I wouldn't have said that if you hadn't have said that. I wouldn't have thought there was a book. There was even a book called that if you hadn't have said it like that.
Okay, there's a book called This Is Not a Book, but there's a couple books called This Is Not a Book. No, I'm guessing it's not a thing. Damn.
That would have been awesome. That's not a book. This is a book. Oh my God, that would have been awesome.
The novelization of Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, that's where. But look, okay. I just keep looking at this guy, and I want to keep railing on him. But there's so much more to this. Like I just like what does that Ocellus want? What does it want?
Freedom is definitely one component, but other than that, I don't know. Because as far as I can tell, there's no way for it to replicate or anything. So, yeah, maybe that is the ultimate goal. It just wants freedom to do whatever the fuck it wants to do, whatever that may be.
But can that really be the case? Can this thing not? I mean, so it would just be hard to believe that there isn't more of these things.
Oh, there's more wherever the fuck they got it from.
But how did
I would think? But
how do they populate themselves? Like that would be a hell of a mystery. That would be a hell of a reveal. How do these things populate themselves?
They rub their balls together until something happens, I guess. And I meant eyeballs, people. Get your minds out of the gutter.
Sure, you did.
But yeah,
Hey,
any theories on
there's
that,
a
Charles?
little scrotus hanging under the eyeball? Sorry. Redact that from the... never mind.
Yeah, redact that from your memory. Yeah.
Any theories on that before we close this one out? Because I think we did a pretty good job on this. Although I still...
Once we got to... That's not a book, this is a book. I was like, yeah, I think we're about to...
No, that was good stuff there. Because I honestly thought that was a book. But I will still say that it was. I still say it's chauvinistic because slightly and Shmooly, they seem to have no powers at all.
Oh my God, you can't man. Look, I understand that you are purposefully mispronouncing his name, but it still bugs the shit out of me. His name is Smee. Ah,
But you understand what he's doing, though, right?
yes, I understand what he's doing, but it's still
Okay.
bugging me.
Oh God. Yeah, because I know, and I know it bugs him when I call when I call him, you know what I'm saying, when I call him boy Sackalier.
Ah, man.
It's not
Goddamn
bad, but
Stone.
it's no David Porn Sweat.
All right. That one is justified just because I hate that movie.
Oh yeah, it was good for me to call him Porn Sweat. Porn Sweat will say Superman.
Look,
Porn
I
Sweat.
did not like. Look, I did not like Superman, and look, it's just like, I mean, the guy's name is Corn Sweat, and it's just, I mean, come on, it's right there. I mean, how can you not make fun of his name? It's just like, come on.
But yeah, but no one would have thought. No, you know what? I wonder how many people would have thought Porn Sweat.
Oh, and I'm fairly certain you're not the only one that thought of it.
See, you, she never thought
Only one
about.
smart enough to put it out there, though.
See, people have
Oh, no, I'm sure other people have put it out there.
what
like-
porn.
No. Ugh.
There's a lot of people who've done
no
that.
Diddy, no Diddy,
No, did he?
Bring out the baby oil.
and the Porn Sweat.
Match made in heaven. Or hell. Probably hell. I don't know.
Looking at that hotel video, I'd say hell.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Tell me you hate women without telling me you hate women. No, I'm just saying. But but at any rate, I would
Anyway,
still
throwing
say,
bitches down a hallway aside. Where were we? No, did he?
I would still say yes, Diddy. No, that is yes, Diddy.
Well, that is yes, did he? But I'm saying no, did he? Because we don't approve. Anyway.
But I would still say that boy Cavalier. Oh my God. It just look. Okay, folks. Let me do this because my mind won't let me go unless I fucking
Boy,
unless I do-
caviar.
unless I do this right here. Okay. A supporter of King Charles I in the English Civil War. Okay. A small spaniel of breed, a small spaniel of a breed with a moderately long, non-curly, silky coat. Okay, boy Cavalier. Okay. Yeah. I get that. Yeah, it's making sense now. A dashing and attentive man, especially one acting as a lady's escort. No. A horseman, especially a cavalryman. No. No. He does spew horse shit.
Isn't Cavalier like not quite like nonchalant, but sort of?
Oh, and we finally get to it, showing a lack of proper concern offhand.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Boy, I'm unconcerned. I'm too smart to be concerned. Be useful. I just told him I'm useful every day,
Boy
you
on the nose.
meat sack. You know what I'm saying? I'm useful every day, you meat sack. With a moderately functional brain. Mine grows exponentially every damn day. Which it does because he is AI, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Yes, very, very much so. Very much so. Unless they put blockers on his growth. Otherwise, his brain power and intelligence and knowledge and and foresight and and strategy. You're seeing it. You're seeing it every single time. and he just wants to see if we get out here and the shit hits the fan and the xenomorphs hit the scene. You know what I'm saying? Which one of us will make it out alive? I think he wants to know.
Man, if they kill Kirsch by the end of this season, I'm going to be so annoyed.
I think they're constantly showing you that he's this thing that kind of like you act like you're smarter than me, but you know, like I see he's that thing that we are not. Like you think like the one edge you try to have over him because he knows. See, a person as smart as Boy Sakalier. That just sounds so okay. You know what?
You're going to find something better. I feel like the more you say it, the less good it is.
Okay, now Boy Chandelier. How about that? I'll compromise. Boy Chandelier. Okay.
Boy Chandelier.
He's just sort of hangs about, looks like he's serves a purpose, but really, not really.
Yeah, no, better yet, let's go deeper into that. He hangs about, it's flashy, seems bright, but it's really all about but it was really all about status and style with no real substance.
Yeah, do we actually need this thing? Well, no, we could just put up a light bulb. Oh, okay. Didn't need to pay $15,000. Good to know.
So yeah, that's I just don't like the whole thing of because he's not cute and there's no girls around for you know what I'm saying, there's no girls around that's 20 years old for it to be impressed by this. So who's being impressed by his cavalier spirit, guys? Come the fuck on.
Purely himself.
Yeah,
no one else
okay.
gives a single fuck.
Curly does.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and
she's
and the wife and the wife wants to, and trust me, if that trillionaire wanted to try to steal her, you know what I'm saying, from the doofy, you know what I'm saying, from her doofy husband that can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't have kids, you know, she's enamored with him in her own way too. She'd do anything to be near him. What do you think about that one?
Hell, maybe Cavalier's sterile too, and that's why he's doing this.
Look, I'm gonna say it again. I don't think he's gonna sleep. He's gonna. I'm not even gonna finish that fucking sentence. I don't think he's going to be intimate with any of the female like hybrids. I don't.
I should hope not, because the body is one thing, the mind is not.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's gonna happen, and I hope it doesn't happen.
He doesn't regard. See, think about the whole process and the whole weirdness of growing. You know what I'm saying, of Neverland and never growing up, and especially the way he does it. Think about it though. You know what I'm saying? He wants to profess Neverland, but look at what he did to the kids. They in their minds they don't think so, but when they look in that mirror, what do they see? What do they see? Guys,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Grown-ups.
So you're saying that the kids are thinking that they have to grow up to relate to the other grown-ups?
No, what I'm saying is that this whole Neverland thing and this whole, you know what I'm saying, kids thing, yeah, everybody keeps calling them kids, but like I said, every time when we look, we see grown-ups. Curly is a grown-up. She may be a kid in her mind, but in that synth body, she's a grown-up. She could be looked at as right. She could be looked at as right around the same age as Boy Chandelier.
Yeah, possibly.
Mm-hmm. It's real slick moves there. Real slick moves on the
But
trillionaire.
here's something that I want to bring up. I don't think boy Chandelier. God damn it! Now you have me saying it. Um, I don't think he sees the kids in that the hybrids in that way.
He-
Remember, he created the hybrids because he wanted to have somebody to have an intellectual conversation with.
yeah, that's on the surface. That's that rock star bullshit that he thinks everybody wants to hear. But when you think about who Peter Pan really was, Peter Pan was a lonely boy who truly could never grow up and who constantly recruited young kids to come to Neverland to be part of his adventures, where he sent them out on dangerous missions along with him, you know what I'm saying, to take on other pirates and things like that, and probably other dangers other than Captain Hook and things like that. That's just the adventure that Wendy and her brothers and whatnot happened to be on at that time. So this is his thing, and how did Peter Pan think about himself and think about kids in general, of being not needing parents, being able to make their own decisions and do what they want to do. Just saying.
Yeah. I don't know. Just
And then all of a sudden he doesn't heal the kids so they can be kids. I'm sorry to interrupt. So they can be kids. He puts them into adult bodies. He doesn't put them into better kid bodies. He puts them into adult bodies.
yeah, that is kind of makes me a little confused. It's like
Right?
why not make new kid bodies instead of putting them into adult bodies?
Right. Right.
Well, actually, hold on. There is an explanation for that.
Okay.
Synth or hybrid bodies do not age. So if they put them in kid bodies, they would be perpetually children forever.
So what?
They would
But
never age.
Whereas, as
like boy
so they would,
Cavalier.
but if they're in adult bodies, they're at least mentally, theoretically, going to grow into those bodies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe, but with boy but with you know what I'm saying, Peter, you know what I'm saying, but with Peter Cavalier, you know what I'm saying, send them out on death missions. You know what I'm saying? How, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be unpacking trauma before they can be unpacking, you know what I'm saying, who they are. I mean, a couple of days ago, she's just talking about how her breast bounce when she jogs. You know what I'm saying? Now she's now she's connecting. Now she's being Jane Goodall with, you know what I'm saying, with the Xenomorphs playing the gorillas.
In that particular case, it's mostly just a case of them being forced to grow up faster than really they should.
Super fast. I mean, super fast, bro. We're not talking about getting an apartment and paying rent. We're talking about we're talking about having, you know what I'm saying, having some guy at the threat, you know what I'm saying, at the threat of killing his damn mother, having some guy infected with a thing that he don't even really understand, you know what I'm saying, and trying to deliver it. Like, are you serious? This is insane. This is insane for these kids who thought they were going to die before they really became teenagers. I'm just saying, guys, like that's quite a shift. That's quite a shift in life because they got transplanted into adult bodies. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about their kiddom. He doesn't care about their child, you know what I'm saying, their childlike innocence. You know what I'm saying? And if that girl shows in that simp body that she's interested in him and that she'll do anything to be his number one, I just don't know. I mean, maybe because this is not that network for that. He won't. They won't write the script for him to take, for him to do anything, for anything to happen. But it's a weird place to be in. I'll say that.
If she's willing to do anything to be his number one, then yeah, they may end up taking it into that direction.
But he also doesn't strike me as a guy where sex is even a consideration.
That is, yeah.
But you're the young you became a trillionaire at 10 years old from the Lord, from what the Lord says. So you think everything comes easy to you. That's not something that you concern yourself with.
No,
You
I
think,
mean, a concern as in it's not something he even thinks about.
but see, you said think about in a way of he's not interested, and I say not think about, like it's not something that he has to plot or strategize. He thinks his whimsy, his cuteness, his everything will, you know what I'm saying, that once he chooses, like if he decided that he was interested in Wendy, you know what I'm saying, he figured, but that's fading. But he knows he knows that he has Curly. If he want, you know what I'm saying, if he wants her, he knows he has her. You know, I mean, that's not he even knows that he has that he has that, you know what I'm saying, that female scientist, you know what I'm saying, if he wanted her.
I mean, he's got Toodles now. Toodles can't say no.
Huh?
Yeah, Toodles is dead.
Exactly.
And it's a guy. The hell?
So you're saying he couldn't be gay? How dare you.
Or
In
at the very least
2025.
bi.
Yeah, come on now.
No, look, the clear targeting and favoritism is there, man. Like Isaac wanted to be smart, wanted to be really smart. Clearly not all that smart. I'm gonna try this, Charles, for you because you are my friend. Slightly and Smee, okay. They really have no discernible powers that I can see here, or higher levels of intelligence. They were just sick kids. And you know, Wendy and, you know what I'm saying, Wendy and fucking Nibs are the fucking like Power Rangers right now. You know, and so I don't think that was by mistake. I'm just saying, this kid being a 10-year-old trillionaire, if we go by that logic and there's nothing else afoot, I still say overall, I'm not doubting the fact that he's a trillionaire. I'm not doubting the fact that he may be very smart. I'm just saying that for the world the way that it is, that maybe a guy who was reasonably very intelligent is looked at as super intelligent in this time. I'm just saying something is wrong. Something is not quite on the level with him just being an organically 20-year-old, you know, guy. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be dead wrong on this, but just something don't feel right to me. That book, the fact that a book that old could possibly bring up the dark side, because trust me, there were plays done on the dark side of Peter Pan. The boy who hated mothers, that's what he was referred to at one point. The boy who hated, not the boy who you know what I'm saying, who couldn't grow up, the boy who hated mothers. And the artistic vision of this, they constantly make his enemy Hook constantly look like the father of Wendy, you know what I'm saying, in the classic story. This constant thing of, you know what I'm saying, to him, parents are the enemy. Like you're supposed to be helping. It's like they're double dealing. They're telling the kids they're going to heal them by doing this, but for some reason you can never see your family again and tell them that you're still alive. They're made to believe that you know what I'm saying, their family is, you know what I'm saying, is made to believe that they are dead. I mean, they ought to know that by Wendy's brother, that the rest of their family thinks that they're dead, thinks that the treatment didn't work and they died. And why? Because Peter Pan and facsimiles of Peter Pan don't like parents and don't care about their feelings. Fuck your feelings. Your kid's gone. Don't worry about them. I got them. But yeah, but somebody's kid now is dead. You know what I'm saying? Not because the treatment didn't work, but because, you know what I'm saying, but because he's got a kid who's not even a teenager playing with dangerous alien animals. he is a fucking demon. He's really embodying the demon, you know what I'm saying, the demon kid that, you know what I'm saying, that was known as Peter Pan once upon a time.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've never actually read the original Peter Pan book, but I
YouTube has been very helpful for me, by the way.
yeah, but the description from what I've gotten from that story, yeah, it pretty much tracks. Yeah, Boy Cavalier is behaving like that Peter Pan.
Yeah, so he doesn't care about these kids, and he feel like he can get more. I mean, that's what Peter Pan has always done in the stories. Wendy and her brothers weren't the first. They were just the most famous, I guess, you know.
Or at least the ones that finally took in a way that he somewhat wanted.
Say again.
At least like the ones where the process it took in a way that he was kind of like, okay, this is sort of what I'm looking for. I see,
But
like I at least for now, I see this as a success.
Peter Pan or the creators?
Cavalier.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm saying,
okay.
like, previous iterations like went
Oh,
wrong a lot quicker, or
oh,
maybe just didn't work at all.
what I also meant is the actual Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
That the actual Wendy and her brothers, that wasn't the first. That wasn't the first kids he brought to Neverland.
Oh God, no.
You know, so it was like, you know, that's what he does. That's what he's always done. Those kids that either grew out, you know what I'm saying, from the old lore, he killed. And the old lore again states that Captain Hook and his crew were lost boys that basically that managed to escape Peter Pan and vow revenge.
Because in that world, like that's the only way you could possibly have other people. There's no one else.
So what do you so you feel like it's a believable scenario that Hook and his men are former lost boys.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, yeah, where else could? Because it seems like there's no one else there except for the pirates and the Lost Boys and Peter Pan. So it's like, where else could these people have come from?
And so I'm just saying, so where would this lead us? How much of the dark side, how much of that dark Peter Pan side will he reveal and embody? I mean, I think I don't know. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think we've seen it in the way in the way he kind of just really disregarded Isaac's death, as it were.
Yeah, sort of like what do you say? Where are we on reboot and restore? And Kirsch is like, we're not quite there yet, or something. And he's like, oh well, that's 6 billion gone. He's just very very dismissive. It's like, oh well.
And that's that thing that's that whole thing of you know what I'm saying, either playing. I think honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I would say if I'm wrong, and I can admit to being wrong when I am, you know, on those occasions. But if I'm wrong, and this is just him sort of trying to relate to these kids and act like and sort of acting like he, you know what I'm saying, he was or he is or he's a sick kid too, you know, then it's more monstrous if that is the case. Now, if he's a mentally affected kid that is very smart, but maybe have had a point in his life where he was very sick and he was always in pajamas and everything like that, like the kids are, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe you know what I'm saying, then maybe I can shoot him a little bit of bail. But if this is all performative, then I mean it's even more monstrous to think, you know, to think of that. Honestly, I'll say that. But it'll be interesting to see what the finale will be like. It'll definitely be interesting. And
It'll
is
be
there?
interesting to see what wraps up and what doesn't.
And by the okay, look real quick while we're thinking about it, is there a corporate movie that we can now put to this right now? that might parallel The Firm, Wall Street.
Those were the first two things that popped into my head too. But I'm like, yeah, not really though.
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
Anything,
It's gotta
Charles?
be something.
Any movie, any sort of like corporate movie or corporate greed movie that might, you know what I'm saying, that might work with this at all? Comedy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, all is open here.
I can't really think of one.
See, when we weren't thinking about it, it happened so easily.
Corporate greed. Damn it. There is one that comes to mind, but it is another alien movie.
Okay, what is it?
Prometheus.
So pairing the alien show with an alien movie?
Yeah, because of the Wayland guy, Guy Pearce's character in that movie. The whole reason why he like bankrolled that entire mission to go to that planet was so that he could find the engineers and ask them for a way to extend his life so that he didn't have to die and he could continue being a greedy corporate asshole.
Okay, real quick, because I'm looking at Office Space, and then I'm sitting here. Okay, how about Mars Attacks?
Really? The movie with Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson, Pierce Brosnan, Jack Black, quite a few other people.
Wait, Jack Black was in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was. Of course, he played the gung ho patriotic grunt going to the military because his parents, you know what I'm saying, was always hyping him up. But that's what you do. That's the American white male way, you know. So
He had a shaved head. The old what do you call it? Jawhead look.
buzz cut for sure. And yeah, you know, he they were able to witness his tragic, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, demise right on network TV, which is why I kind of, you know, was tripping on the corporate greed thing and the government and everybody thinking that they could kind of publicize this thing, make this whole, you know, Mars, you know, this whole alien, you know, this whole alien landing and connection thing, this whole big event and everything like that. Like, I don't know. When I thought about it, I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, what about that? You know, like, you know, either that or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Demolition Man.
I mean, I could definitely get behind watching.
Huh?
Go ahead, Damian.
I was just said I'm kind of liking the idea of Mars Attacks just because I haven't seen it in so damn long.
Yeah. The last time I saw it, I was still in school.
Yeah, probably about the same for me actually.
Yeah.
So we can say another funny way in a movie form to where corporate, you know what I'm saying, like corporate government greed and publicizing and things like that, how that, you know, how that played out in a disastrous way initially when it came to their alien contact situation. It's kind of
There's
funny.
actually a Mars Attacks game either coming out or maybe already out. It's called Mars Attract. It's like a theme park builder thing.
Yeah. There is a Mars attacked, like there is like a Mars attacks themed game coming out soon. but it is a like city builder type of game, or
Yeah.
management type game.
And I got a little assignment for you guys when you do watch the movie, right?
Okay.
There's gonna be an interesting little thing that I don't know if you guys remember that the Martians do. You know, that really makes me that really kind of makes me feel like there's a weird connection to alien Earth when, so when it comes to that. Like hopefully you'll but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny what they do, and it's like, but I think if you don't already know, once you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Ack, 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 ack.
But yeah, so and then, well, great folks. I mean, this is like I said, I'll be getting access soon, and we'll be doing visual aids and previews because I want to do that. I want to start evolving and doing our stuff up. So yeah, man, I want to do visual aids and stuff that we talk about, stuff that we look up. Want to, want to put it out there for people to see what we're doing here and do all that type of stuff, and do previews of next week's show and things like that. If I could do that, even doing little trailers and things like that to kind of allude to the next week's show, or trailers of certain movies that we were feeling like might be interesting coming into the theaters and things like that, like we were doing before, because I really think it really helped. So can't wait to get my access back, and we'll be moving ourselves more into the professional tones, because I think we're wise celebrities right now. We're wide internet personalities.
I think that might be being a bit generous, but
Yeah, even Z feels a little generous, but
yeah,
you can't go into negatives.
But look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep pushing with the confidence until we get to G-Force. Like G-Force is the ultimate goal. I want to be
do the G-Force.
Yep, I want to be a G. That's right. I want to be a G-Force celebrity. You damn right. That sounds cool.
I was with this chick. She said, "Give me the G-force." I had to put towels down. Others.
Like she said, I was like, no, better yet. She was like, okay. She said she told me to give her the G-force. I thought her to top me off, and I'll shoot like a rocket. Oh.
Anywho's, next time on TEE TV.
Jeez.
Oof. Yeah. But anywho, next. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out on TEE TV, where we discussed Office Space and episode 7 of Alien Earth. Tune in next week when we discuss the finale of Alien Earth and Mars Attacks, as well as other topics that may or may not come up. So once again,
may not really.
Yeah.
They
but
will.
This has been me, Charles, Damian, and Stone Cold Killer. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Peace.
You done fucked up now!
So, / solstice. Does sol mean cocks, and stis mean in butts? TEE.
TV, darkness reigns. Brutal laughs that are chains. Host unleashed, cruelty's play.